Resident Outlaws. Hey, it's KGB from the C Sports Network, Clan HBS channel. Back to you for another live Braves stream. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It happened again. Mr. Maverick ditched out on doing the broadcast for whatever reason. So as I said, as I promised, and as I keep my word, I'm here to bring you the Braves stream. So let's get moving on. As always, we have started the stream 20 minutes early. First pitch is due at 7:10 Eastern, 6:10 Central. As always, we go 20 minutes early so we can get all the doodads, doogies, and doohickeys working. And I do have a few things to actually get running here. So just bear with me. We'll try to make this as painless as possible. Welcome in, David. Appreciate you being in. As always, your early bird. All right, so MLB TV, watch. Remember, right now, while I get these things set up, I cannot see your guys' chat if you're chatting. Well, that's the MLB music there, David. That's what I hear that you guys don't when they're on commercial. Welcome in, everybody. No, you don't got to say you're bad about anything, man. We didn't know. So I don't know if you guys pay attention to my channel at all, but you might notice that we're at 1,164 subs. We were at 142, 141 actually after last night's stream, I think. So I did a video last night. She kind of took off. It's at over 31,000 views, and it brought in close to 20 subs. So it did quite well. That's gonna be payday. Yeah. I mean, you know, that helps every bit. So I'm not going to start.
The Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Well, it's a gorgeous night here in Philly. When we come back, I'll introduce you to the starting lineups, and right after that, we'll have the first pitch of the game. Braves and Phillies tonight on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Hey, baseball fans.
So the first pitch should be in about 10 minutes, guys and gals.
Services we offer. Phase 1
scheduled
surveys,
for
site
first pitch
evaluation and
scheduled for
mitigation,
10
and
minutes
ground
from now.
penetrating radar surveys. This is Justin Stickler, owner of Wiregrass Archaeology. It's true that we do a lot of archaeology work, but did you know we also have a fleet of drones that capture high-resolution aerial imagery? If you have hunting land, timberland, or a piece of real estate that needs high-quality aerials, get in touch with us. Learn more by visiting diggingintothepast.com. That's diggingintothepast.com.
You're not afraid to get dirty. You know there's strength in sweat, pride in a hard day's work, and power in a great team. We agree the best teams run like a well-oiled machine. That's why you need a Yanmar tractor on your roster. The tractor rated #1 in product quality by the EDA 5 years running. From digging and grading to tilling and mowing. Get more done. Take less time. Yanmar gets you to the game faster. See all their tractors online at yanmartractor.com. That's yanmartractor.com.
Tickets for the Braves 2024 season are going fast. This season is jam-packed with great matchups. Get your tickets at braves.com/tickets.
Looking to score savings at home? Georgia Power is here to help. As part of our Home Energy Improvement Program, we offer rebates for energy savings upgrades, like duct sealing, attic insulation, installing a heat pump water heater, and more.
Look at Bryce Harper, and the Septembers for him have not been spectacular. Yes, he did not show a lot of power.
HEIP. That's georgiapower.com/HEIP.
31 extra base hits in his first
Sign up for alerts on
with the
apartments.com,
Phillies.
and you're going to get instantly notified when the perfect places hit the market. Here, let me demonstrate. Ding dong.
It's been Matt Olson the entire time last year showing the power along with Listings for you. The other ladder's hurt, but Matt Olson hit .911 when it comes to his OPS in August. He needs also in September to continue that power output and keep the Braves ahead of the Mets.
We're going to talk with Harper. He's going to wear the microphone for us during this game. Coney, on the other side, you talk to Brian Snitker. Every year, somebody shows up you don't expect. That guy's on the mound tonight, Spencer Schwellenbach. And on the other side, Mr. Reliable Aaron Nola. Good matchup.
Great matchup. That's what this is all about. A good old-fashioned pitching mashup with a veteran pitcher who knows what he's doing. and a young startup who's really been impressive so far. And to Snicker's credit, he sort of said, I didn't even know who this guy was.
Didn't know him.
He just showed up out of nowhere, out of Double-A. What he does is just fill up the strike zone with a great athletic delivery that allows him to pound the strike zone with all of his pitches and a really good slider. And then, of course, Aaron Nola on the other end. I mean, one of the best pitchers of his generation so far. And you can see against the Braves in 3 starts this year, not so great, not very un-Nola-like, but I'm sure he's looking to get right back on track tonight because of that good curveball that he's always had.
Wheeler was outstanding last night. Good pitching matchup last night. Phillies ended up winning. Some incredible defense, which we will talk about during our telecast tonight. Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN is again presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? We got our first pitch coming up of what is now a September baseball game. And there is the hunted and the hunters. The hunted, the Phillies. There are the Braves, there are the Mets, and somewhere off screen, the Chicago Cubs.
All right, so I would assume when they come back, we'll be 5 minutes or so out from first pitch. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you stopping in. Be sure to hit that thumbs up for us. Looks like it's going to be me and you, David. Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. I fell asleep in my chair after doing my video and everything, man. I was so exhausted after last night's stream. I don't know if you guys could tell. But I fell asleep in my chair. I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock this morning. Mav wakes me up. 6 o'clock. I don't even know what time. Here it was. When we first looked at it, it was at 5,000. And I was like, oh, I guess it put on some views. I'm like, normally it takes me 3 days to get 5,000 views. And then I don't remember what we were doing. We were talking about his video because he actually had a video that finally took off, like I told you guys yesterday. I was proud of him about. Well, his video that he posted last night took off as well. Well, semi took off, I should say. And we got to looking at his stuff for about 10 minutes. And then we went back to mine. It was at 8,000 or 9,000. It almost put on 4,000 and some views within 10 minutes. So I knew from there that it was going to do okay today. And it did. It's still going. It's gonna filter down now, but it reached 31,000 before it lost momentum. That's definitely not the most views I've ever had. I've had videos with 500,000 views. Unfortunately, YouTube removed them because of that South Korean sports network that copyrights. They DMCA'd me. They claimed copyright to it. They didn't own it. They didn't own it at all. I was their competition, so they took me down. Then, of course, poor Mav had it happen 7 months later. Only the difference between his video and mine had just started up doing it. So I didn't get to reap all the benefits, like all the subs and everything out of it. I didn't get to reap mine. He had 7 months for anybody that wanted to subscribe. When they come and watch that video, they were able to. Mine was taken down within 7 days. So I missed out on that. So that was pretty disappointing. right, come on. Stream this. There's a problem with this channel. You know, I don't pay you all that money every month. Well, we don't monthly pay for this. We pay right out the whole it was $179.99 in the beginning of the season. Shouldn't be giving me a problem. But it is. Crap. If anything, I'll just it'll take me a little bit longer to get things set up, but we'll go radio broadcast. Looks like the video player has an issue. Oh, thank you. Welcome in, everybody. As soon as the interactive gets going, there we go. Just came live. Oh, damn it. Michael Harris. All right, let me pause it up so we can get it synced up. Here we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
He is, yeah. He's throwing that
Oh, my
curveball
bad.
every 3 pitches.
I guess
so
now you
by
can
far
hear
his
it.
most used singular pitch. If you add the 2 fastballs up, they're up there as well. But he loves that curveball.
Well, 2 from Nola. Missed low. That was the curveball right there, and a 1-2 count on Soler.
Hey, Lane, how you doing?
That curveball, it actually has more movement than Charlie Morton's curveball. A little bit more horizontal movement and
Yes,
3
ma'am.
inches more vertical movement. So it's a good one. You can understand why he wants to throw that pitch a lot.
Gets lots of swings and misses with that pitch. Got a 1-2 count on Soler. Nola fans a black glove in front of his chest and a 1-2 pitch on the way to Jorge. Tried the curve, or rather a sinker there, and missed outside by just a little bit. When it comes to comparing that curveball to Charlie's is a little bit harder, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
But Nola's more break.
And so because of that velocity, it won't break as much. Gravity won't pull it down as much. But just to give you an idea of how good it is.
2-2 pitch. He swings and misses at a high fastball. Just out of his reach. And 2 down here in the top of a scoreless
That's going to
first
be
inning.
out number 2.
And that's his other main weapon is that four-seamer. He likes to throw it up in the zone. Righty's batting only 0.59 off of it. So doesn't have crazy movement profiles. Isn't all that hard. 92, maybe up to 94, but he really knows how to use it.
Like we mentioned earlier, lots of familiarity between the Braves and Nola. Tonight is his 4th start against the Braves this year alone. 2 down for Ozuna, and he lifts one way up into the air, slicing down the right field line, heading towards the seats, and a foul ball deep down the right field
Foul
line.
ball.
Well, for Nola this season, counting the 2 outs he's recorded tonight, he's pitched 16 1/3 innings against the Braves, 12 runs allowed, 24 hits. So the Braves have made some contact against him, but he's not really derailed himself with walks. Only 3 of those against the Braves this year and 16 strikeouts versus Atlanta this season. 0-1 pitch on the way. That'll miss low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Braves have gone 1-2 in the ball games versus Aaron Nola this season. And like we mentioned earlier, this is the 37th career start he has had versus the Braves. Seen a ton of Atlanta over the years. Stands on the first base side of the rubber. There's the 1-1 pitch. And Ozuna lays off a curveball low and outside.
Yeah, and with that familiarity, these Braves hitters aren't going to be surprised by what they see. Nola's the same pitch mix he's had here for years. So the guys he's gotten out, he'll stick to that same approach. The guys he's struggled against, he's got to find a new way to get them out.
This 2-1 pitch. And Ozuna with a little tapper foul right outside the left-hand batter's box. I think about how often these teams, and how often you see teams in your own division, and you're seeing guys like Wheeler and Nola 3 and 4 times a year. Big difference in the pregame hitters and pitchers meetings for a ball game or a series like this compared to maybe a team like the Mariners or a team that you hardly ever see.
Absolutely.
You know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah, Aaron Nola could give you the scouting report on these hitters in his sleep.
2-2 to Ozuna. Pops one up, spinning back and fouling out of play.
And same vice versa. That's, Marcel has faced him quite a few times, and he knows how all of his pitches move. Now, that simplifies your mental process, but still, they're big pitches, so the physical process is still a challenge, right?
It's hard to call the game without visual.
Ozuna. That'll miss low and outside, 3-2. Yeah,
so we're going to do it this way.
What he does to be so effective with it.
The interactive is going to be about 5 seconds ahead.
Coney, my next question was going to be to
Big
you.
Bear with a foul ball.
Pitching
That'll be
better than
2
Rob
and 2
Thompson
count.
sounds like. What do you think?
Do it again.
Well, he has exceptional shape on that curveball, exceptional command as well. He knows where it's going. He gets really tight spin on it, and he has both vertical and horizontal movement. It's almost a 2-plane breaker.
Missed away. Ozuna trying to become the first Atlanta batting champion since Chipper Jones back in 2008. And this guy's made a living when he puts the ball in the air. He has tremendous success. Only Aaron Judge has a higher batting average on balls in the air. This one on the ground off and no.
That's going to be a base hit for Big Bear.
Beat it into the ground.
That's a 2-out single.
Aaron very quickly at 102.7.
It came off the bat and bounced off of Aaron Nola's glove. Went clear up over top of the shortstop and dropped into center field.
He is very conscious of the pitch, middle away, and if it comes in, he's not afraid to get jammed. Yesterday, he got jammed a couple times off Wheeler. This time, hits it hard right back up the middle. Not much Nola can do with that one.
That steps up Matt Olson. 4 for 12 with a
Big
couple
Matt
of
Olson at bat.
And finding that swing again.
Oh, Matty, that was a good shot there. You could have went after it.
Hasn't been the easiest of seasons for Olson, of course, with the injuries, but he struggled as well. And yet never changes his demeanor. Filthy.
Swing and a miss.
Notice the speed, too, on Nola's curveball in the upper 70s. We've seen his four-seamer up to 94. That's another.
I guess it's more than 5 seconds ahead. Looks like it's a
important
couple.
ingredient to his success.
Couple
Huge
pitches
crowd
ahead.
here on a Sunday night, with Monday being an off day for most. They're here to watch Olson lift one to right
Olsen lifts it out to right field onto the track. Underneath it, easy can of corn, out number 3.
Avoids any issues. One more time, he went with the knuckle.
That's going to do it for the top of the first. When we come back, we'll have the bottom and Phillies starting lineup. It's kind of crazy, all the money, the good money, like the $180 we spent on the MLB subscription, and it's on ESPN, and I don't have ESPN. What a ridiculousness. Because, that's dumb.
In the zone, not chase a lot out of the zone. See a lot of breaking
Welcome back. Here we are. Kyle Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Castanella, Stout, Romuto, Marsh, Hayes, and Sosa will be your batting order, Philadelphia Phillies.
Rob Thompson said it's September. He had a team meeting. He emphasized the little things. He talked about how the pitching you face in October requires you not to depend on just the home run. And look, Schwellenbach is a hard guy to hit a home run off of. He has twice faced him and twice been outstanding. Schwarber swings at the first one and he pulls it foul. He's quite a story, but stick with the Phillies for a second here, Cody. Is there any reverse psychology here where they kind of now almost expect not to have fastballs thrown?
You know, each individual's different. If you talk to each individual hitter, some guys just hit off the fastball, they can't adjust.
Welcome in.
Neal, my former teammate, was like that. Other guys can sit on breaking balls.
I got the vote, chat vote going, guys. Sorry about that.
So we've seen a fastball and a curveball. Quite a story for a kid that was a shortstop at Nebraska, ended up as a closer his last year there. He has just come out of nowhere, and as you said, the most important aspect of Schwellenbach's success, the number of pitches that he commands and his ability to just throw strike after strike after strike.
69.3%
Eating
of the time
supper.
he throws a strike.
And Carl, with so little professional experience, 110 innings in the minor leagues before he was promoted to the big leagues. Braves drafted him in 2021 knowing that he would need Tommy John surgery and time to recover, but he's still here quickly.
He is, and now a 2-2 to Schwarber, and he missed there. Going with a splitter.
Oh, interestingly enough, a veteran hitter like Schwarber that sees a lot of pitches has already seen his entire arsenal tonight. Fastball, the curveball, the slider. Just saw the changeup right there as well.
He was ahead 0-2. You see Turner, the shortstop, who's on deck. The infield on the left side shifts a little bit. Schwarber fouls the
Foul ball.
As a pitcher that throws as many pitches, is this like an audition? Which one's going to work tonight? Is that why he emptied the sink there?
I think that's part of it, yeah. Finding out in your first inning of work, especially against a guy like Schwarber, whether you can get him to chase or not. And that's what Schwellenbach does so well, get you to chase.
That's a rip city into right field. It gets down. Kyle Schwarber, who had been 1 for 22
Schwarber with the leadoff single.
Starts the game off with a hit.
That's how you force him to throw the fastball. Don't swing at the off-speed pitches.
Chili
that are
cheese
out of the zone.
dogs.
You work the count. And
I'm not a
that's
big
what
hot
there
dog
is.
guy.
Not
Now,
like
if
a lot
those
of
were
leadoff hitters out
chili
there.
cheese,
He's already in
smoked
scoring
sausage,
position when he's at the plate.
that'd be a different. If they're a hot dog, I'm not too.
That he's strong enough.
I'm not too fond of hot dogs.
That brings up Trey Turner. Home run yesterday for the shortstop. Swings and sends this to center. Harris, he makes it up.
Harris!
This time, instead of going back,
Digs
he
that one
comes
out of
in
the
and maybe playing
ground.
shallow. Helped him again.
Yeah, this is a very Atlanta thing, right? Andrew Jones back in the day playing very shallow.
Out number one.
Michael Harris the second here playing 360.
Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you
away
stopping
from
in. If you haven't
home
done so
plate.
yet, please be sure to hit that thumbs up for
hop
us.
skip, especially with the U.S. Open that we're covering on ESPN. Quick break coming in. Great read. Saving runs and pitches for his pitcher.
Boy, they are grateful to have him back. That was a hard hit ball from Turner to 105 miles an hour. Here's Harper. They're being very aggressive against Schwellenbach.
3 hitters. All of them swinging at the first pitch.
All of them fastballs.
Be French, yeah.
Off his foot. That's a foul ball for Harper.
He's so good going back on the ball, and pitchers love it when you're able, and you can speak to it even better than I can, when you think it's a base hit right off the bat. Next thing you know, your center fielder's right there making a nice play.
26 homers,
He's
76
having
RBI
tacos.
for Harper. He's tied for 5th with doubles. He's got 33 of those.
We had those the other night, D.
Austin Hayes would have had another home run last night were it not for the incredible play in center by Hayes. It's by Harris, I should say. One of the great catches you've ever seen. Everybody at home,
Welcome
hop on
in,
board.
welcome
You
in,
can
welcome
ask
in,
Bryce
everybody.
questions using that hashtag AskSNB.
Appreciate you choosing the stream tonight.
Schwellenbach has thrown 12 pitches. The
Come on
Phillies
in,
have swung
sit down,
7
relax,
times.
check us out.
And a
Be sure to
1-2
hit
with
that
1
thumbs
out.
up for us.
Another swing.
And if you like what you see, like what you hear, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Love to have some new outlaws join in on the
His
fun.
last 9 games started. He's got an OPS against a 592. There were 4 guys in the National League better. Snell, Skeens, Michael King, and Justin Steele. That's it. Another one to center.
That's going to be a fly ball out to Harris.
And he makes it over very
Easy
out
can of
in
corn.
center.
Out number 2.
Take us back to last night. Eduardo Perez had literally a bird's eye view for this. T-Mobile multi-view.
Phenomenal play right here. The way he was able to time it. Just an amazing catch. Comes up clean with it. Remember, he was starting off at 314 feet. He had a long way to run. Ample time to make the adjustments, and he never panicked, and he did it.
That's the best coverage in today's game. Again, the T-Mobile multi-view.
So, Shane Victorino, who played a lot of center field here, actually texted me on it and said 100% it was an amazing catch. The degree of difficulty and timing was spot on, and that's why he caught it.
Castellanos up the middle. Arcia will have to go to first with it, and he will get him.
Got him
Arcia
for
was
out number
kinda
3.
looking for his second baseman, but Whit Merrifield never got there. Eduardo's calling traveling on Arcia.
Euro step.
That's what it looks.
What's up, Nathaniel? Monday Night Football. Jets versus the Niners.
Ball together with the clubs, including the Phillies here, and their fans join the fight against childhood cancer, celebrating childhood cancer survivors and recognizing all those undergoing treatment. To learn more, you can go to MLBtogether.com. The Phillies pregame had Margot, a little girl who is fighting cancer, run around the bases. Every Philadelphia Philly gave her a high five. Every Atlanta Brave player did as well, as the Phillies also recognized childhood cancer. Players did as well. Gold here as the annual Phillies Cancer Awareness Night. They wore pregame Corey's Promise t-shirts during batting practice. That was in honor of Corey Phelan.
Ah, man, I can't believe
how
far behind I am.
At the age of 20. Nola deals with Travis d'Arnaud as we begin the second inning here on Sunday Night Baseball. d'Arnaud followed by Merrifield and then Jared Kelnick. 1 ball, 1 strike to the veteran catcher. One thing that Nola has improved on this year, his hard hit rate against that fastball is significantly better than it has been. Got him
Swing and a miss.
Filthy knuckle curve.
That's going to be K on the day.
We'll set that one up well, too, off of the four-seam fastball. We've seen 2 different kinds of fastballs. 2-seam, 4-seam, and off of the 4-seamer, that curveball.
Yeah.
Right off of it. That's the key, the tunneling effect and the sequencing.
Here's Merrifield, who's been a little different player since he left Philadelphia and went over to Atlanta. He's had some success, including a 5-for-5 game. Nola starts him off away. It worked out. He was not getting regular play in Philadelphia. He's certainly getting that there. Some guys clearly benefit from being in the lineup every day.
And remember, when he was picked up by the Braves, it wasn't like he was. Like he was going to play every day. Ozzie Albies posts every day, and then Matt Olson's the same thing. And third, Riley, better said, at third base, the same thing. So he's getting his opportunities.
Swing and a miss. That'll be right.
He told me it was a choice. Came
Strike
down to between the Braves and the Yankees, who also gave him an offer.
Sorry, guys. I realize the interactive is ahead. I can't do anything about that.
StatCast is
I have to run the game through the VPN so I can actually
31
view
games
it.
with Atlanta. See the average of
It's
his
got
hard
me
hit rate is a
behind.
little more selective as well. Not there. He got sorted.
Gotta do it. Strike 3 for out number 2.
Right in your living. That ball just jumped up and in. Eats up Merrifield.
Sorry about that.
And here comes Kelnick, the left fielder. 231 on the season, 13 homers, 39 runs batted in. Play him straight up on the infield in that first pitch, and another one. And he's got that 2-seamer working.
Strike 1 for the first
with that
pitch.
4-seam fastball up in
Aaron
the
Nola
zone.
now on his 26th
Why
pitch
is he
tonight.
see more and more pitches throwing a 2-seamer up in the zone versus just trying to keep it down, which is the way it was for years and years?
Yeah, a lot of it's to the right-hander, righty on righty. You want it to run in, almost stay flatter. You see less 2-seamers from right-handed pitchers to left-handed batters nowadays. It's more 2-seamers to the same-handed hitter. It used to be just the opposite 20 years ago.
That's fouled to the plate. Of course, one of the big stories with Atlanta last year was their first inning runs. You know, they owned the world in first inning runs. Obviously, they didn't get one again tonight in the first inning. Their first
Hey, Dylan, how you doing?
46 this year, less than half. It's 73.
Welcome in, Bob.
Their OPS in the first inning, due to injuries, obviously, but down 200 points. And there are the numbers just on the screen for you. What they have done, because their bullpen's been good, they've outscored teams in the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings this season. Nola goes to the belt. He's trying to strike out the side, pick up his 4th strikeout of the night. Will not get the strikeout, but he may get an easy fly out to Austin Hayes in left field, and he's there.
That's going to do it for out number 3.
Good inning for Nola. As he gets through it, we go bottom 2 on Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you stopping in. All right, so we're back to Citibank Park.
We'll be in Houston, Arizona, red hot. Astros on fire. They've won 5 in a row. Houston first place now by 6 games over Seattle, and Arizona starting to feel a lot like they did last year with their pitching, with their offense. Corbin Carroll starting to hit. Looking forward to next Sunday in Houston. Diamondbacks and the Astros. Of course, baseball tonight. Sunday night countdown gets things rolling at 6, and you can see it on ESPN Deportes and listen to it on ESPN Radio.
That'll be strike 1.
Strike 1 from Schwellenbach to Bryson Stott. It'll be Stott, Real Muto, and Brandon Marsh. Just a kid thrust into the middle of it. Got a heartbeat of a typical North Omaha kind of kid. Never gets up, never gets 2 down. In a lot of ways, his manager's kind of taken aback by how somebody can make that transition so quickly and so successfully. Cornfred and Nebraskan out there.
Yeah, Cornhusker, right? Yeah.
There you go.
Well, if you're a young pitcher, watch his finish, how he sticks his finish, how under control he is. Nothing out of control about that delivery. That's how you have good command. He's obviously very athletic, very strong, but the way he's so smooth and the way he finishes allows him to have that command. You talk about stacked over the mound, and look at the extension and the way he finishes. And even he was a little unhappy with that pitch, but for the most part, he is direct line to home plate.
See where that pitch location was as Stott chased it.
One of the great unknowns for the Braves when they drafted him was how is he going to respond once he starts throwing bullpens? And obviously he responded pretty well because he'd always come in from shortstop to relieve in college.
That's going to block
That's
him.
a rare walk on a take by Stott, and Schwellenbach. A look of disgust out there on the mound as he issues his first free pass.
I think there's a little frustration in him because he hasn't been able to land the changeup yet. He's thrown 3 of them, all of them in the same spot. No chases from them, and really good takes from the Philly left-handed hitters.
His 87 innings coming into tonight was the most by more than 20 innings at any level for Schwellenbach. He's high and misses badly with that fastball. Shortstop at Nebraska, there've been a whole handful of guys like DeGrom, who was a shortstop at Stetson, and Trevor Hoffman, Joe Nathan, remember that name? Kenley Jansen was a catcher as Realmuto sends one to right.
That's going to be out to Solar, who's going to get underneath it for easy get a corn out.
He's retired on a pop out to Soler. Kind of makes sense, though. I mean, generally your best athlete is the shortstop, and a lot of times youth baseball, like we just finished the Little League World Series, they're shortstops and then they pitch. 44 games on the infield in 19 at Nebraska, 15 games at shortstop in 20, and then he started to throw out of the pen. 21 he's drafted. He had Tommy John in 22, 16 minor league starts, 16. He threw 65 innings. Again, we're at 88 now.
What's Snit's Day? Spring of 2023. Never heard of the guy.
Said he may have seen him and heard about him in Double-A. Then they sent him to Triple-A, and he said, I don't think he threw a ball at Triple-A. He just came over here. Interesting interview with Schwellenbach during the game yesterday, where they asked if he was surprised at his success with the fact that he's in this spot. And he said, no, this was my expectation, so I'm really not surprised to be where I'm at. Didn't get Mars to chase. Fascinating, isn't it? The stories of how guys end up where they end up, teams they end up on their journey to the big leagues. 1-2. Stott is a threat to run. He's got 28 stolen bases.
It's just so hard to project if you're a scout or a talent evaluator in this game, and you've got to go down and watch a shortstop at the University of Nebraska and figure out whether he can pitch or not.
100%.
Figure it out. It's so hard to do.
Plenty of room up the middle. Merrifield shaded towards first. Harris is shaded the other way as well, in almost left center field, a few feet to the left of second base.
Coney, you were talking about scouting him. I was texting back and forth with Dana Brown, who's now the general manager of the Astros, used to be the scouting director for the Braves when they drafted him.
1-2 count to Brandon Marsh.
Loved his makeup,
One out.
loved his athleticism.
Runner on first, bottom of the
1-2
second.
to Marsh. He came quick for that one, and Brandon fouls another one.
Marsh is going to follow that
That's
off
where
again.
athleticism shows up on the mound in command.
Count to stay the same, and we'll do it again.
And get his pitches in the strike zone.
Welcoming everybody.
That's how you.
Stop
That's
again.
why you know they say
haven't
pitchers
done so
aren't
yet,
athletes. You
please
hear
be
that
sure
all
to
the
hit
time.
that thumbs up for us.
That's not true. The good athletes out there are the ones like him who can throw strikes.
Yeah, and obviously field his position at a high level. Marsh beats one into the
Double
ground.
play
It's
ball.
fielded by Urshela. They flip. They will only get one.
Man, I'm surprised Merrifield, the veteran, even decided to throw that ball right there. Once Urshela committed to not giving it to him underhand, waited for him to get there. See it right there, took that extra step. Just keep it. Don't throw it. Great angle. Go again.
Couldn't pull out the double play.
Absolute home run robbery. There's a good look at that camera he wears. A mind fly right there on the chest, and it's just a great, great look. Looks like you're watching a video game. The way baseball is covered nowadays.
More access for the fans at home.
Yeah.
Cool question would be, if there is a replay to be had and sent to New York to be decided, will they be able to use that camera?
1-1 count.
That's fouled off.
Chopper down third baseline, foul ball.
Trying to get the call right. If there's a camera out there and it shows a call more accurately than another camera? The answer would be yes.
100%, yeah.
Outside. Philadelphia doing a good job against a guy that has generally had pinpoint control of laying off pitches just off the plate. And Schwellenbach is now throwing 35 pitches. This will be 36 here in the second.
If I'm not mistaken, Austin Hayes is yet to get a walk as a Philly.
And this one is lifted to left field. Won't require somebody going over a wall.
Kelnick will get under it for easy can of corn. Out number 3.
Kelnick. Top 3.
There you have it.
Bryce Harper is going to wear
the end of the second.
microphone.
We're going to head to the top of the third. Game was still tied. Nothing. All righty, David. Take your time. Hopefully everything comes out okay. Will the fat man get to dance tonight? That is the question.
We're back, and you can see that hashtag AskSNB. Bryce Harper there at first base wearing the microphone and the earpiece. We are always grateful for players that are willing to do that. Bryce has been as willing as anybody. Thanks for doing it. We appreciate it, Bryce.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you very, very much. All right, so we talked to Thompson before the game. He said he's kind of emphasized, let's get back to the small things. You know, it's September. We got to prepare for October. What does that mean to a player?
Yeah, I mean, just play the game the right way. Hustle out of the box. You know, get guys over, get them in, throw strikes, make plays. I mean, it's kind of everything. Just the whole mold of, you know, really trying to just win games, playing winning baseball.
Does that?
Welcome back,
I don't want to say lose focus. Does that sometimes drift away that players need to be reminded?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think our team does too much.
Right. Well, I didn't hear somebody got shot.
We have some guys that have been around the game for a long time. We've got starting pitchers that have been, you know, throwing the ball for a long time as well. So we just try to play Philly baseball, man. Just go out there, play the game the right way, and not really worry about too much of anything else. And we have a great clubhouse. We play to have fun, and you know, obviously winning's fun.
Gotcha, D.
He does not go. Speaking of fun, I talked to Garrett Stubbs, the commissioner of the Fantasy Football League. Are you involved with that?
No, I'm not. I'm not playing this year.
You're out?
Yeah. I'm all about college football, man. NFL's kind of to me. So I root for the Eagles, obviously. You know, I hope they win every single game and get to the Super Bowl and win that. But I'm more college on Saturdays, man. So.
All right. College game day fan then, I'm assuming.
Big time. Love it. I love Saban on there now, man. It's
he's great.
It was fun to watch yesterday. That was awesome.
Here's a question from a fan at home. What did you think of the Ohio State game yesterday, speaking of college football?
That was great. New quarterback, a couple new wide receivers, good defensive backs, obviously. I mean, Ohio State, unbelievable in the defensive back category. So, got to beat Michigan this year, man. Got to do it.
Arcia goes down swinging, out number 1.
NIL money, didn't he? about spending money on players?
You better spend them on the right guys or you're out of luck, man.
Yes, you are.
That was great.
It was tremendous. I think it was Herbstreit who said you just broke the internet.
Yeah, I think Saban's going to do a good job, man. He's going to have a lot of fun. I mean, no pressure on him or anything like that, so I think he's going to have a blast with that.
No doubt. Here's Urshela after another strikeout. Yeah, I mean, you have to have a great deal of respect for Saban, Belichick, all these guys. They just teach you things that maybe you don't think about or didn't know about a game, right?
Yeah, I mean, I love Kirby Smart, man, at Georgia. He does such a good job down there. I think they're the best team in the country, obviously. I mean, I'm a big Ohio State fan, but you got to knock off Georgia, man. They've had great years, and it's been a lot of fun to watch that offense and defense play. I love Lane Kiffin down at Ole Miss, too.
He's
Kiffin,
creative.
I think Lane Kiffin is one of my favorites. He's definitely top 3 head coaches in college football for me. I love him. Just the way he kind of approaches it, and all of his guys love him. They play hard for him, and he's just a lot of fun.
Ooh, 1 and 2. Do you miss football a lot?
Not in today's game anymore, man. They hit too hard. There's no way. No way.
Bryce, you might have to be a picker over there in the college game day.
Hey, I did it in 2018. Look at those numbers. They were pretty good. Not going to lie.
Not going to lie to you. I was pretty damn good at it.
Hey, Bryce, speaking of your at-bats, I noticed every time you go to left center field, anything right to the center fielder, that's when you're starting to feel good at the plate. That line drive you hit, a hard one right there with 2 strikes. How did you feel on that one?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Spencer's got good stuff, man. He's got that good slider. His heater plays pretty well. He reminds me kind of like a Kluber. You know, he's got that cutting heater and pretty good slider. So just try to stay on the best I can. And if I can stay left center, obviously hit a ball like that, you can't really aim where it goes. So I'm happy with that.
You got to be happy with the way your starting pitching was last night and this start tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Wills is. I think he's the best in baseball right now. I mean, he
2-2 count.
Every time we go out there, he
foul
come out
ball.
here, man.
We'll do it again.
He's an ace. He goes out there and does his job. 6, 7 innings every single night. A lot of fun to watch, man. He's just super impressive. He loves this, loves to be able to compete, and he loves pitching in this ballpark as well. So, really good pitcher and guy as well.
9 1/3, 5 hits, no runs, 10 strikeouts between Wheeler last night and the start Nola's off to tonight. And there is another one.
It's amazing what these 2 pitchers tonight have done as well. Only 3 hitters have started to count 1-0. They've been ahead of every hitter 0-1. Really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, that's what coaches teach, right? I mean, all the way up, throw strikes, get ahead, first pitch. Try to, get 0-1 as quick as possible, and, I think we got a good staff that does that, and, I mean, that's what they teach, man. If there's any young guys out there, throw strike 1, helps you out.
I know he's on the other team, but you're an appreciator of great baseball. How about the catch this kid made last night, Harris?
He's so good out there, man. It's so much fun to watch. Everybody talks about rivalries and stuff like that. I mean, the Atlanta Braves have such a great team. I mean, they're so well coached by Snit over there, man. They have such a great staff. And we're going at it. It's a lot more fun, and I mean, we all miss watching, Acuna play the game, and the way he plays, it's a lot of fun. And obviously, Strider, having TJ and him not being able to pitch this year, also a bummer. I mean, he's so much fun to compete against, and just a great organization.
Here's the 1-1 to Harris. That's inside and high. Hey, as a former MVP, you brought up Acuna. What's your take on what Ohtani and Judge are doing this year, just on an individual level?
Yeah, I mean, Judge, man, you can't say enough about him. I mean, he's year in and year out doing his thing. A lot of fun to watch. Same thing with Ohtani. Same thing. I mean, they're just 2 superstars in this game doing their job in big cities, big markets. Just really impressive.
Miss. Mr. Woodward, how you doing, bud?
And that ball driven to right center field. Castellanos is looking at it. This one's high enough, and it is gone. Michael
Money Mike!
Last night, and he hits one tonight.
Hey man, get sticks! 7, the Atlanta Braves taking the lead.
Michael Harris does not miss it.
Who joined me?
That's Crush.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, not much.
That's going to be out number 3, so that'll retire the top of the third. We're going to head to the bottom of the third and see if the Phillies can respond.
Always.
Atlanta Braves took the lead 1-0. What are you up to, buddy?
Oh, not much, man. Just jumping on. I ain't been on a bit. Figured I'd jump on, see how you were doing.
Not doing too bad. Just streaming right now.
Yeah, I thought it said you was playing Truck Simulator. That's why I was jumping down here.
What's that?
I thought it said you was playing American Truck I thought it said you was playing American Truck Simulator. That was why I jumped down here. I wouldn't have jumped down here to bother you if I'd have knew you were streaming.
You ain't bothering me at all. I know. Yes, I know. I'd love to have
Michael Harris over on the difference so far tonight as he blasted one
in the shifter, of course,
into right center field. It gave the Atlanta Braves a 1-0 lead. I believe Chris Sale has got a headset on. Hey, Chris, can you hear me?
I got you.
Hey, man, thanks.
No.
It's Carl Ravitch up here with Coney and Eduardo. We appreciate you doing this for a few seconds.
No problem. Thanks, guys.
What a year you're having. And, I know you expect that of yourself. An incredible kind of apology to the Red Sox fans not being able to deliver what you wanted to. Tell us about the sort of success, evolution, return to Chris Sale form this year. How did it all happen?
Well, you guys are smart enough to know that even if it's true, you don't talk about it. So, I've said it a million times. I'm just enjoying where I'm at, what I'm doing, who I'm doing it with. And,
all right, so 0-1 that count.
I don't want to,
to Sosa.
Any health questions, but your
that's
body,
going to be low and outside, so ball 1. It's a 92-mile-an-hour cutter.
Yeah, I mean, just being
1-1
able to
the count.
Appreciate you talking about my body too. That's nice, but
I'm 0 for 2.
No,
swing and a miss for strike 2.
The job of a starting pitcher is the post, and that fill up as many innings as you can. And I appreciate that I've been able to do that, and appreciate the people that have gotten me back out there to be able to do that.
All right, so I'll try to hit one here, out of the park.
There we go. Hit the trifecta.
I'm going to go for it. The conversation last week with Verlander here was about the emphasis that Major League Baseball is trying to put back on
out number 1.
Have them stay in games longer. As a guy that does this for a living, what are some of the suggestions you would have on that? Do you agree with the premise? Like, that's the goal.
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, as a starting pitcher, the most important thing is obviously going out there. And then when you're out there, it's filling up as many innings. I haven't really gotten too much into what is going on with all that. But, yeah, I mean, the longer you can have a starting pitcher in the game, the better it's going to be for, everybody. You take stress off the bullpen.
That's going to be a fly ball up shallow.
Going a little bit better.
Urshela underneath it for easy corner. Out number 2.
Out there as long as they can be, you're going to be in a good spot.
Yeah, Chris, you kind of always had a reputation as an old school starter, right? Go out there, get swing and miss stuff, go as long as you can, as hard as you can. Seems like maybe you've learned a new trick with your changeup. I heard you talk about maybe, adjusting the seams or throwing sort of a cut changeup and using the seams and kind of the seam shifted wake revolution. Is that something that's really helped you this year?
Yeah, and obviously just leaning on my catchers. you know, it was something that they noticed early on, you know, in working with Sal, and you know, it's something that if again, anytime you can take pitches,
swing and a miss,
it's going to help. And
0-2 the count, 2 outs,
bottom
of the third.
Than, you know,
Atlanta with the lead, 1-0 over
so,
the Phillies.
Again, that was something, you know, I lean on my catchers a lot in terms of the scouting report and the game calling and all that. So, you know, I gotta give
and a
credit
miss.
to them for seeing
Strike
that,
3, out
that,
number
being able
3.
to, you know, utilize it for me.
Hey, Saley, before we go, how good is this guy on the mound? I know he leans on you a little bit, too.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. He's going to be something special. He's a freak athlete. He's got a hell of an arm, too. So he's a lot of fun to watch.
Thanks, Chris. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks,
See you,
guys.
buddy.
The future.
Hey, feel free to check out the stream there, Crush. Throw a like and everything, baby. Subscribe if you haven't already. Sure, lady. Sure, it's for your husband. Probably found the toe fungus on yourself. You mean your toes? She's on this commercial trying to convince us that it was her husband that has nasty toe fungus. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, come on. All right, so first pitch to Ozuna's going to be a called strike for 0-1 count. Come on, Big Bear. Outside, ball 1. Low and outside, ball 2. I know, right, David? Wow. Doing some hold days there, man.
As well with that
my apologies about
up
the
in
desktop
zone,
audio,
late in the
guys.
count. They've attacked him there, and he has not been able to catch up to it.
All 6 of his strikeouts swinging.
All right, Matt Olson, ball 1.
One thing Nola's done this year with his four-seam fastball, it's got a little truer ride to it, a little less horizontal movement on it. It's not taking a seat anymore. It's staying on plane, and really sets up his curveball as well.
That one's a little bit high. And one thing you see with his fastball release, it's not over this, not over the top. It's sort of almost from the side. And that ball does have that spin that seems to keep it up.
It does. I mean, his two-seamer runs like crazy, but that four-seamer stays up better this year.
First 2-0 count, and Olsen fouls that one back.
Guys, check this expected slug zone from Marcell Ozuna. All that red, that's how hot he's been all year. See the top left corner where he has not? Watch where he dots this one. Right there, perfect pitch by Nola.
2 balls and a strike to Matty O. Fouls another one off. You know, the one kind of knock on Nola has been the home runs allowed. 55 homers coming into today, the last 2 years, which is the 3rd most behind Lance Lynn and J.P. Sears. And obviously he gives up one tonight.
When you play for a team that scores a lot of runs, generally speaking, you play on a good team, Philadelphia. If you're not walking guys and you're giving up solo shots, you can get away with that.
Right.
Catfish Hunter rode that all the way to the Hall of Fame. He's a king of giving up solo home runs. You get men on base, like a hitter that's good with runners in scoring position, a pitcher, and his strand rate matters, and he makes better pitches.
Verlander, Scherzer, they give up their fair share. But, as you said,
That'll be ball 4.
not giving up the walk.
1-out walk to Olsen. We just talked with Chris Sale, and I knew not to go down this road because it would have been strike 3, so I didn't go there. But the success he's had, check this out, 5+ WAR seasons, both at 25 or younger and 35 or older. He's on that list along with a whole bunch of other guys, including Coney. So while you didn't maybe know about seam shifted wake, you were able to do it both at 25 and 35 like he's able to do it. What was your trick, and then what do you think his is beyond that seam shifted weight thing?
You continue to grow as a pitcher. You never stop learning, you never stop growing, and you never stop adjusting, making adjustments on the fly. And that's one of the keys for veteran pitchers, recognizing how things are going in the middle of a start and making those quick adjustments.
That's survival. I mean, is that what they're like? Okay, what worked at 25? You talked about keys to life at the beginning of this telecast.
Yes.
I mean, one of the keys to a pitcher's life is figuring out what worked at one point in my career ain't working anymore.
Absolutely, and conceding that point as well. You're right. That is the submitting part, and then being open-minded to change.
1 out. Also not a threat to run to Darno, and he fouls that one back.
Darno's going to foul ball that one.
So the keys to life, according to Cone tonight, are chase, friction,
ball,
and
risky.
concede. Like, recognize like your shortcomings.
Yes.
Okay.
CFC.
Down and dirty, baby. Ball.
Were you a grunter?
What? I was not. I think, you know, generally speaking, if you can time the grunt right when you're releasing the baseball,
yes.
Sometimes maybe that gets the exertion of the energy altogether. Might have some benefit to it. I've heard some coaches talk about that.
Really?
The timing of the grunt is everything.
Is critical. Eduardo, as a hitter, can you hear that?
I'll tell you what, no.
No?
You're so focused on trying to just make good contact that you don't.
I'll say this, Nolan Ryan only grunted on a changeup later in his career.
Really?
He had a grunt changeup as a trick pitch.
He's not missing by much, but a good job by the Atlanta Braves, and Darno has got him into a full count. Olsen after a walk at first base. He was ahead 0-2. And this one is to right center field. Marsh isn't going to get there. Olsen will go to third base. Good battle by d'Arnaud. 0-2, 3-2, and a single. And they got him at the corners.
All right.
And Travis d'Arnaud.
So we got runners on the corners with 1 out.
One, because he leads
top of the
really
fourth.
well behind the plate, but two,
Atlanta 90 feet from scoring.
Do this. He lets the ball get deep. He knows he has enough power to go the opposite way. He's not afraid to get jammed. And right there is able to battle through and hit this one and move Olsen to third base. Good base running there by Matt Olsen. He sees there's no chance. He's his own base coach, and he stays right there at third.
It's a hot, humid night here in Philadelphia, 80 degrees. You got a players-only meeting on the mound led by Rio Muto. And everybody in the infield came in as well. They got Merrifield up, looking for a ground ball double play.
How you been, Crush? How's life been treating you?
You see their numbers in this series. It's just one of the reasons they're 1-2 in this series. The opponents are batting .330 against Nola with the
How's the
bottom of the
family?
order this season, which is the highest batting average amongst qualified starting pitchers in baseball.
How'd you guys do with this last storm that come through?
Merrifield hitting 6 tonight for Atlanta.
So, didn't really affect you then, huh?
Gets ahead with a curveball.
That's good. That's good, man. I worry about you guys when that stuff comes through.
One ball, one strike.
Better.
This is an all SEC battle here with the South Carolina Gamecock at the plate, national champion in 2010.
Funny story.
Aaron Nola and LSU.
My
out
daughter
there on the
went,
mound.
my youngest daughter and her husband, you know, they
Sitting at
haven't
home
been
when he got a
together
call.
for years now.
Was
Still
an offer
married.
to come play for the Atlanta Braves.
So she moves in with him and gives up her
Nola
house.
misses again. 2 balls and a strike.
Her
Thrown
mother
over
come to
20
me and
pitches
asked
this
me if
inning.
I'd be okay if we did a year lease on that
sandwiched
house.
in the middle there, and Merrifield's a
So
hard guy
if
to double
things
up.
don't work out for her, you know,
Nola likely would
my
like
daughter,
to
she
get
has
to
a
2
place to
strikes
go
here and go
back
for the strikeout. Now, falling
So
behind 2-1.
we've done it. It's only been a month and a half, and she's already talked about moving back
Even
in.
at 2-2.
That's how much trust he has in that curveball right
It's a
there.
shame.
That he landed for a strike. 2-1 count.
The guy
against
he
Merrifield.
can't get his life
Evens it up
together.
at
He's
2-2.
a freaking loser.
The crowd gets into it. They
I don't
recognize
like to say
Schwellenbach
that
really
too
good
harshly, man. You
on the
know,
other side.
but
Trying to keep it at 1 and just missed.
He's not a
Same
dad.
pitch, try to get d'Arnaud to chase on, and he didn't.
and that's the sad thing. Those little kids.
Tried to spot a fastball. I'd be
She loves
surprised
him.
if he does not go back to the
Oh.
curveball here. We talked about Nola's curveball
She'll
being
drop
the
everything
best
at
pitch according to run value in the major leagues.
snap of a finger
Third full
to
count this inning.
to
Feels
run
like a
for
big
him.
pitch. He may get the double play ball. Turner, stop.
Oh, got it, no. Let's see a replay on that.
Just what
I
Aaron
think your
Nola
eyes
and
are off,
the
huh?
Phillies needed.
No.
A couple of
I
hops
want a
to
replay.
Turner and Stott able to turn it.
Beautiful play right here. Turning it with the speedy with Merrifield. I
He's
guess they're gonna
safe.
challenge it.
It looks like he made
Yeah.
it safe. We will stay here.
Right, he's safe. I told you. That ump needs glasses.
Brian Snitker has asked the umpires to take a look at it.
Oh, he's got glasses. you need your
This one is
prescription raised,
overturned.
buddy.
The Phillies will find themselves in a 2-0 hole.
And that's what speed does, and that's one thing that Whit Merrifield can bring to this lineup. A really good pitch by Nola.
Boom.
A really good turn.
Puts on
but
the
there's
bag
no substitute
long
for speed,
before
and
the
I think
ball's in the
this is gonna be a
glove.
return. He hit the bag perfectly at the front part of the bag.
Well, the Phillies players are beginning to make their way back onto the field because they can see the replay as well. Both Turner and Stott are back in their respective positions.
Right here.
Everything
Put
in
on the
this
bag.
play
The ball's still 6
was
or 8
perfectly
inches
done
out
by
from the
both
glove.
defense, by Nola, trying to get
I
that
know,
ground
right?
ball.
Right there. Foot on the ball.
Merrifield right there.
Actually, that's like 2 foot away from the glove the ball is.
And the ball not in the glove.
Yeah, one of the valuable assets to Whit Merrifield is
overturn the runner is safe. Atlanta retains their challenge.
The valuable assets that
You
Merrifield
blind
has
mother
always had
mofo.
is that speed.
And you got to give him a lot of credit. At the age of 35, he still
Umpire
is able
was
to get
looking
down the
right
line, steal
at it,
bases,
too.
and mess around with his former teammates.
So we have 2 outs, runner on first now.
That he had
Top
in
of the
Atlanta,
4th.
Of course, playing every day.
Atlanta leading
Tell what a
2-0.
teammate he was and the relationship he had with Harper. So he's aboard, and it's 2-0.
Like to remind everybody,
came home.
somewhere between the 7th and the 10th of September, we will be doing a giveaway, a Golden Broom giveaway for the
Merrifield over there
sweep
itching
of.
to go. So
Who did we
2
sweep?
outs.
Oh, dang it.
Looking for an opportunity to get to second
Twins.
base.
The Minnesota Twins
16
series,
stolen
we got a
bases on the
Golden Broom
season,
sweep
not
on
going
them.
here. Right back up the middle, another one off of Nola that deflects to second base, and it's picked up by Stott. Boy, that's the second ball that has been hit right off of Aaron Nola. They're going to give Kelnick a base hit.
Yeah, and this is a changeup just running
Going
away.
right off his left
Just
foot.
catches the barrel, finding barrel, and Kelnick hustling down. Gets himself a hit.
Catches barrel and catches ankle, it looks like. Nola shook it off.
He's shaking a few of them off tonight. That one looked like it was destined for center field. The first one looked like the second baseman Stott was going to have a play on it, but he couldn't have gotten out of the way of that. And here's Arcia, chance to really turn this game.
Swing and a miss for Arcia. Anyways, we'll be having a special giveaway, and we'll be giving away to one lucky winner an authentic MLB cap of your choice, your choice team. Whoever wins will whatever team they want, and they'll be able to spend up to $50. MLB Shop has several different styles, so you'll be able to pick whichever one you want up to a $50 limit.
The oven mitts on the other hand.
We also have, because I sent Maverick and his family to Truist Park last Sunday for the Game 3 of the Nationals series, and I sent him some money and had him pick up some foam fingers and little miniature tomahawks out of the store. So these are game bought.
On a 2-2 pitch.
Bought at the game.
And the 2 runners
we're going to be
able
handing
get
some of
on.
those out
Matt
as
Olson
well.
On a walk started 1-0 as well, and the base hit from Jared Kelnick 1-0 as well. Everyone else has been ahead of.
Long inning, and he continues to struggle a little bit. It's just odd to say he's struggling with the put-away pitch, but he's got 6 strikeouts.
Things change with runners on base. You try to be a little more fine and make a little more perfect pitches, and sometimes that's counterproductive.
30th pitch already thrown. There's 31. It's a curveball, and he gets Orlando Arcia.
Got him swinging.
Well, that was a lot of hard work, but another curveball and 7 strikeouts.
That's going to do it for the top of the 4th. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th to see if the Phillies can respond. We're currently down 2-0. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you stopping in. Hey, if you haven't done so yet, be sure to hit that thumbs up for us. Subscribe to the channel and slap that notification bell at the top of the screen. That looks pretty cool. I know they couldn't hear it and you couldn't, but it just showed the commercials for that Transformers 1. Kind of animated style Transformers. Looked pretty cool.
But let's
Sorry about that, David.
981 down to 7.
Yeah, I got
37. You seeing anything, Eduardo, at all in a swing?
Just the chases right now. He has to stay compact in the zone. That's what he has to do. You see him get a little jumpy there on that pitch. Almost came up.
That one's hit well. This one's going to get down in front of Harris.
That'll be a base hit. Lead off.
A little bit is Bryce Harper with a single.
And exactly what I had asked him. Going up the middle the other way for Bryce Harper gets him going. For all of those that have seen Harper when he was with the Nationals and now with the Phillies for all these years, it's about staying centered the other way. When he's going wrong, he's rolling over on that ball. Now he's staying middle. I think the best of Harper is to come in this month.
First hit since the first batter of the game for Philadelphia. This one on the ground.
That should be a double.
To second.
1-2, baby. Double play.
Eliminates Harper and himself.
Very beautiful. Very nice, Schwellenbach.
Tight little cut fastball there to get the double play on the first pitch. Just perfectly executed.
Dun, 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 dun. Another one bites dust. Yeah.
Best friend.
Come on, Braves fans. Let's see it in the chat.
They haven't scored. They're 0 for 7.
We got a very quiet chat tonight.
And clean bases.
Where's my best gal? Where you at, lady? Are you listening?
Guys, picking up Gio Urshela, putting him at third base. You had secure.
I hope you're feeling all right, my dear.
If you need him to. But at third base, he's been in high-pressure situations before, playing in New York. I think it was a great pickup by Alex Anthopoulos.
A lot of general managers, trade deadline, that's it, no more deals. Look at what the Royals just did, who they picked up. And you mentioned Urshela, coming over here. These aren't trades, obviously.
Oh, there she is.
Key pieces,
She's listening.
perhaps, down the stretch.
Not feeling well?
Tommy Pham resurfaces again. He's in Kansas City. The hired gun that was Konya. You just kept popping up during playoff races, man.
Well, if you're not feeling well, I certainly hope you
Obviously had
start
great
feeling
success,
better
5
soon.
World Series rings. 1 and 2. And that one sounded like a broken bat. They're going to let Arcia field it. Stott. His speed is thrown
George
out.
got him for
Schwellenbach
out number
is
3.
lulling him to sleep. They haven't scored. It's 2-zip. We're through 4.
So that was a quick
And it'll be
inning for the
9-1-2
Braves.
when we come back.
When we come back, we're going to have the top of the 5th. The Braves leading 2-0. What's up, D? The D-Man. It's DC. Positive vibes. Positive vibes. Positive vibes out for all of you, so you all feel better. $44 in the channel. Yep.
First 3 innings did Aaron Nola, and 31 last inning. We got a pretty good race for Cy Young in the National League between Wheeler and Sale.
All right.
Absolutely.
The numbers are incredibly similar.
Here we go. Money talk.
Still to be determined last month of the regular season.
Strike one on Money Mike. Yes, everybody, the interactive is ahead tonight.
Too, for a lot of the riders.
I cannot control that.
Metrics. It's really pitching under pressure.
Harris.
I have tried.
Roller to first. He is not going to beat Harper to the bag. And a good start here to the 5th inning for Nola. I think that's
Good to
fair,
hear,
don't you,
D.
to apply a pennant race, a pressure situation.
Again, remember everybody,
It does matter to a
between
lot
the
of the
7th
riders.
and the
Now,
10th of
certainly
September, we will be
hard to
doing a
penalize
giveaway
good
for the
pitchers that
Golden
aren't in
Group
the pennant race
celebration
that are on bad
that
teams, but
that we
the nature of the
acquired
beast, you
when
get
the
a little
Braves
extra
swept
credit
the Twins.
coming through for your
We'll
team.
be
It's
handing away one authentic
Voting has gone
MLB
recently,
cap,
too. You do see the
and we
added
will be
emphasis
handing
on
out
the
at least
non-traditional
one
numbers for sure.
game
But these
bought
guys are separating
foam
themselves
finger or
from
tomahawk
the rest
from
back in all
who was part.
categories.
as well as a bunch of game keys. So be sure to stay vigilant, stay alert, check the channel out, subscribe if you haven't. You're going to want to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any content.
This Philadelphia
and be
team
sure to
is
keep an
built
eye
to
out
win
in the
right
community
now.
page.
Dave Dombrowski, the general
I'll be
manager,
posting up about it.
built the team that way.
I just got to finish up the graphics.
It's a
for
terrific
the post.
bullpen, too. Alvarado is now back and active with the team.
Got to make the post look
Sat in the
pretty.
office and listen to Thompson talk about the lefties he has and the righties they have, and they're all high leverage guys. It's not like it's the mop-up guys.
Swing and miss guys, too.
And Muto called that just as quickly as the home plate umpire Edward Moscoso called it. 7 pitches to get through that inning. That settles things down.
Solar goes down looking. At FubuTV.com. Mav must be at Truist, or he must be at Citibank Park chasing goats. Where's Gino when you need him? Oh, I see. What's that little guy? What's that? Who are you looking for? Mav. Who's that again? Who are you looking for, little guy? Mav. Who are you looking for, little one? Mav. Oh, I'm sorry, little buddy. Mav's not here tonight. But I'll certainly tell him that you were looking for him.
Philadelphia with Phillies manager Rob Thompson. You
All right, so we're back from the bottom of the fifth.
About late season baseball. What was your message?
Well, yeah, I was just during one of our advanced meetings, just talking about winning the game today and not worrying about, once September hits, your numbers aren't going to change all that much. We got to play small ball if we have to. We got to run. We got to take extra bases. Just do all the little detailed things to win the game tonight.
What are the adjustments to be made against Schwellenbach tonight?
I think our bats have been actually pretty good. We haven't chased much. This stuff's really good. I mean, the fastball plays, the breaking balls.
I love it when he's here and he can't defend himself.
Call back to you.
All right, thank you, Buster. It's a pretty steady diet for a guy who usually has a pitch breakdown of four-seam about 27%, a slider 20%, cutter 17. Pretty heavy fastball tonight, Coney.
He came out early. It's probably because he threw so many breaking balls against this team the first 2 times.
We talked about that. Almost a reverse. Let's go the
I
other
guess
way.
he chose to go over and hang out at a buddy's house
now he's kind of
instead.
settling into whatever he wants to throw.
He's ahead of JT Realmuto. It's 0-2. And he got on top of that one, sends it down the right field line. Foul ball.
That foul ball.
Tough pitch to get on top of, and JT did it.
Yeah, he did, and I'll tell you this though: when you get it
Hey,
in the
he
air,
went
to
the same buddy that he
field,
goes over
start
to
talking
on
this ball.
Saturdays.
Please, come on, get down, get down. By this point,
I told
right
him,
there,
like, yeah,
know
but you
that
told
ball's gonna
everybody you
stay
were going to stream,
in
man.
foul territory.
Wall banger.
Well, you told him that you'd do it for me, he says.
He nearly took this
I'm
out
like,
to catch
yeah,
his glove,
but
too. He let this
that's a courtesy that, like, if an emergency come up, not for you just to ditch them and go hang out with somebody else. But that's all
Well
right.
his last
I'm
20
here.
games, and he watches that one miss. They set up inside. That almost looked like it caught a big chunk of the K zone. Because Darno had to move his glove, he didn't get the benefit. 11 extra base hits, 15 RBI last 19 games.
Oh, tried to swing
Tony,
down
I
in
was
the
fascinated
dirt,
by the
get
story
that
that
one
Brian
foul
Sicker
ball.
told us about
Running
his
through the
side
count.
sessions in between his starts. And because he throws so many pitches, 6 different types of pitches, he asked him, how many pitches can you actually throw, practice each time? And
Yeah, Laney was in Discord with me up until
that's amazing.
About an hour or so before the stream started.
Another one, broken bat, slow roller, barehanded. Oh, what a play.
Got it!
Orlando Arcia.
Out number 1 from Orlando Arcia to battles.
Right there. Any other catcher.
Arcia comes running up, barehanded, grabbed it, threw it over to Olsen. Out number 1.
One of the fastest and the fastest in the last few years behind the plate, getting down the line. When it comes to sprint speed, he has to barehand it. It's an excellent play. Broken bat. Let the athleticism do the rest.
And that was loud, too.
60 miles an hour off the bat. And ball 1. What do you think Schwellenbach, who is a shortstop, thinks to himself when he sees Arcia make that?
Oh, thank you so much, Laney. I certainly appreciate that.
Like a half-court 3-point shots. Like no, and it goes in. Yeah.
Oh, it's a.
This one on the ground, a little harder.
Okay, I see what it is now. It's a kitty hugging a trophy. At first, I thought it was an 8 rubbing its butt on the trophy.
Just to give you a little more context on how effective he has been. 100-plus strikeouts.
My eyes
fewer
are
than
getting
20
mad.
walks in their first 15 career appearances since the turn of the century. Strasburg, we all know what he did. Also, Tanaka was there as well, and he is on this list.
I don't know how I got an 8 rubbing its butt.
Command and power stuff. I mean, how about that?
Thank you so much. You're so sweet, my friend. Thank you.
Shortstop who has limited experience on
Much
the
love,
mound,
much
to
respect.
command all
Thank
those
you so
pitches
much.
Really is truly remarkable.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Chris Sale talk about him. He's a freak athlete.
There, come up through the automated
Tells you
system.
what his teammates feel about him. They see him every day.
I'm gonna change those up. I could do so much better than that. Those were done 2 years ago. Now that's gonna be a quick inning again.
He's doing it again here. This time at the bank on Sunday Night Baseball.
For Schwellenbach, sorry. Had a brain fart on his name. Yeah, I see the samurai. Yep. I'm telling you, I don't know why I thought it was an ape rubbing its butt on the trophy. Oh, hey Lane, have you seen my channel? My last video I did. So after the stream last night, Shohei had hit number 44 on the season. Well, he's making history every time he steals a base, and because he's at 42 stolen base or 43 stolen bases, and now he hit 44 for a home run. So every time he's making history. No player has ever had a 41-41 season. No player's ever been over 40-40 with steals and home runs together. Now, yes, Ronald Acuna had the 70-40 season last year, but that was 70-some steals, 40 homers. Shohei's doing homers and the steals as well, only he's in a position that nobody else has done. So I did a short or a long form video of his 44th, and it's gotten 31,800 views so far. And it put on, if you haven't noticed, we're at 1164 now for subs. It put on roughly about 20 subs. Yeah. Mavs videos are starting to take off finally. I had to stay on him about him. He was going to give up so many times. He got frustrated with long form because they weren't doing very well for him. So he had stopped doing them a couple times, and I had to talk him into continuing.
Get a free 12-ounce drip coffee, any Capital One
Now
cafe for
they're
MLB
taking
Mondays
off.
during the 2024
And I told him, I
season
said, that's
with
because
one
you're
beverage
starting to
per person
consistently
per
stream,
Monday.
and you're
Back
doing
here
the
with Tony,
videos
Eddie,
more and more.
Buster, Carl Ravitch, and Sunday Night Baseball. We are in September. Just a handful of games to go during the regular season.
I think his first video 2 days ago got like 9,000 views, and the last I knew he's got like
you're watching Schwellenbach continue to
5,000 or
succeed.
6,000 on this one.
How do you
It might
think
be
the
more even.
Braves line up their starting rotation, assuming everybody is healthy as we get into October?
That is a great quandary that they haven't had the last couple of years because their rotation was.
I don't
so
know,
beaten
Thomas.
up
I don't
with various
know if
physical
that's
problems that they
real.
have,
Matt
which
was
is why
looking
I
into
think
it. He couldn't find it
finally,
anywhere. He
there
couldn't
is a
find anywhere that
confidence
the
in the
Braves had
Atlanta
announced
organization
it. He
that if they
couldn't
can
find.
get into the
I guess he
their
listens
pitching
to certain
is
people
really deep and really
or
well
watches
set up
certain
between the bullpen
people's
and the five starters.
X
And
channel
you
for
have
it,
to make a decision.
and
How
they
are you
weren't
gonna
talking
deploy
about it, so he
Schwellenbach
thinks it's fake
in their
news.
rotation or in the bullpen.
Is what he said to me, anyways. He thinks it's fake.
You need fewer.
I mean, I haven't heard the
postseason.
broadcasters
All right,
say
pitching coach
anything
Coney
about
in
it
the
or
corner.
nothing.
You play this game. Go ahead.
Chris Sale's getting the ball.
Yeah, I get that. And then you're going to split up the lefties. What are you going to do?
You're going to look at matchups. I'm going to look at matchups.
I have to look, and I know Reynaldo Lopez started off the season very well, went on the IL, came back, did well as well, but he's got a lot of experience in the bullpen. And he's already passed his innings. He hasn't thrown that many innings since, I believe, 2019. So you have a luxury of having that experience in the bullpen if you need it, depending on how their schedule lines up.
2-2 to Ozuna, and this ball is lifted to center
Oh,
field.
Zuda!
Marsh back.
But it's going to
About
be
10
out
feet.
to center field.
He's
Marsh
there, just
underneath
shy of
it
the
for
track
out
to
number
take.
one.
Ozuna's fly ball. Marcel 1 for 3 tonight.
Carl, but that if about making the playoffs, that's real. When you see the Braves started tonight, just 2 games ahead of the Mets in the loss column.
All right, Laney.
The Chicago Cubs
Thanks
are
for
coming
popping
on
back
like
in.
gangbusters. Braves have to fight their way in.
It's very real. No, the best record and the division winners and the wild card thing is a real deal. I mean, this could be a wild card series matchup depending on how the Brewers and Dodgers play this season out. Could be.
Foul
Phillies,
ball
Braves,
off of
and a
Matt
wild
Olson's
card.
bat. That was way inside.
Like getting a ticket for
And
that.
he just, I don't know, it still hit the
Was, of
bat
course,
and
bounced in the
bounced
last
off.
2 postseasons, 22 and 23.
Buster, you know what will be in that clubhouse if the Braves have to face the Phillies here in the postseason? Strombolis.
Okay, tell the story. Tell the story. You found out the source of the Strombolis.
I have to, of course. I had to go into the lounge, make sure we get our sandwiches, and all of a sudden a new menu, Strombolis. Never seen that in the visiting clubhouse of here in Philly. And guess what? The Atlanta Braves, every time for many years, even when
Right, I got my hat on.
even when Bobby Cox was here, the Stromboli was always in effect.
As the Iceman takes out his cheesesteak sandwich, takes a big bite of it.
Ooh.
It must be time to eat. They're
Did
talking
my
about
head get a little
Stromboli.
smaller or
Tell
what?
me, it was really, really good.
There was a cheesesteak Stromboli, right?
Cheesesteak and yes, they also have the pepperoni one, pepperoni and cheese.
2-2 to Olsen, and that ball lifted towards left. Back a few steps goes Hayes.
There we
He's
go. I
under
got
it.
them both on.
With Orion Kirkering warming up, Nola's got 2 outs here in the 6th.
Have cleanup duties after the game? Just tell Siri, remind me to do the dishes tonight.
I don't want to. I don't like
Part of the
Siri.
great pregame activities we all have, Coney, is you remember when you were, I don't know if your kids had it, but Where's Waldo? Remember that little, like we have to do a Where's Eduardo segment because he's everywhere.
Yes.
From
Long
being
hair,
down
huh?
the,
Yes,
bullpen
my
at
wife's
center
always
last
got
night.
ponytail.
He's in the cheesesteak manufacturing department down here. He belongs everywhere.
I always tell her
Well,
she
he
needs to
belongs
let her hair
nowhere.
down.
He
She looks so
goes.
much.
At the US
She looks
Open,
so
like,
pretty with her hair down, but
nights ago.
she always wears it
That's
up in
really
a
generous of you
ponytail.
to check out the food rooms, though, Eduardo, everywhere we go.
That's what I do.
Right,
Yeah,
baby.
He did drop the cross promo for
That's
the
right.
United States Open coverage.
We've had
since he was there.
so many games we've won when I've worn the
straight days.
Federo. Now I'm hoping I'm not going to jinx them.
There he is. Where's Eduardo?
Had a great, I can't even call it a seat because it was standing room only. Made some friends out there, too.
I love the reliever who kind of looked away like that was nothing special.
Guys, Vic Carapazza, who is the first base umpire tonight, was the second base umpire last night. He told me before the game that he could not believe that Harris caught the ball, so he reminded himself, make sure
That
you
ump's
see
got
the
a lot
ball.
of
And he
balls.
told Harris, show me you caught the ball, because he couldn't believe he actually got it.
Had us, of course,
Hey,
reminiscing about some
that
of the
ump
most
just had his
incredible
balls
catches
in his
we've ever
hand.
seen, especially home run robbing catches. And Buster's always he's on the Gary Matthews hill, which was just an absurd catch.
Yeah. She does, though. She looks so pretty with her hair down.
Of course, Jankowski the other night for Texas.
That was a game-saving one.
We've been married 28 years, but been together 33 or 34 since I was 13 years old.
And of course, it happened against the White
She's
Sox.
always. other than when we very first got together, she had a small ponytail, yay long, and the back of her head was shaved.
Gentlemen, your attention.
But ever since then, she's grown it long and always had ponytails. Yes, ma'am. Back to sewing. That umpire had little balls, says Thomas. Or David Thomas, anyways. Hey, Thomas, if you're still out there, why don't you stop by Discord after the game? Maybe we could get a game in or something. I don't remember if it's Xbox you got or if you got PlayStation 5. If you want to play some MLB The Show.
About a 100-win team. That's the first since 2014. And 8 all-time years with no teams above a 600 winning percentage. The last time that happened was 2013. Again, you got to take injuries into consideration. It feels like if the Dodgers were healthy, they were a juggernaut and would have went way over, but they haven't been. And now they got their top 3 back, and they go back to back to back to start a game recently. But
Yes, yesterday's game
very
for the Dodgers. Their 1, 2, 3 lineup. Their starting lineup went back to back to back. That was yesterday.
100%. And I think that's one of the big reasons why we love
Ohtani
this
let it
wild
off
card
with a
format as
solo
well.
shot.
Best record, but also the wild card format.
Dookie Mets come in
A lot of cities
and hit
still in it.
a single solo home run. And then
We're
Freddie
already in the
Freeman
month of September.
followed suit and hit a solo home run himself.
Well, they gave a lot of folks a lot of reasons to write him off, and the other part of that is, of course, the Brewers' sustained success. Milwaukee could have the best record in the league.
With so many young players in that roster. But look, the Cubs have really turned it around the day that Bellinger and then Suzuki came back.
Yeah.
They added at that trade deadline just by adding 2 guys that were on the IL.
Schwellenbach working again here in the 6th. Ahead 1-2. Sosa sends this one to right. Here comes Soler.
That's going to be out to Soler. Soler underneath it for the easy out number 1.
Terrific game. And it just doesn't feel like there's a whole bunch of sweating going on.
Oh, he's on top of the hitters continually. 0-1, 0-2. Just about every hitter. First 3 and
Schwellenbach
3 hitters
will
have
be
been
pitching
0-2.
his 71st pitch of the night.
The last 3 leadoff hitters to an inning.
Yeah.
So that's the formula. When you think about strike 1, strike 2.
He's retired 12 of the last 13. Top of the order now, Schwarber. He swings at 1.
Schwarber's going to have a deep out to left field, caught by Jared Kelnick for the easy out number 2.
Quietly go the Phillies against Spencer Schwellenbach. Off-speed pitch there to get Schwarber.
Guys, in the 3rd inning, he threw 9 pitches to get 3 outs, 10 pitches in the 4th, 11 in the 5th, and so far, it's taken him 5 pitches to get 2 outs here in the 6th.
Gets ahead
Strike
of
1.
With a little spinning cutter up there. 0-1. Sarah Langs, of course, with us tonight. Reports on the Cubs bandwagon. Last 10 games, they've scored 99 runs.
Low and outside, ball 1. Count is even at 1.
Cody, it's nice when you've got a good pitcher and you're
2 outs,
on a
bottom
team
of the
that has a
6th.
lot of offense. They hadn't
Atlanta
had
leading
offense all
Philly
year,
2-0.
and now they're averaging 9.9 their last 10. That Turner to
That's going to
right.
be a
That's gonna get
blooper
down
out
in
to
front of
right
Soler.
field.
So a base
So
stealing
that'll be a
strike
2-out single.
on in front of Harper.
Telling you, this is a big hit right here with 2 outs. Anything to get on, and the cutter getting off the end of the bat falls right in front of Jorge Soler. And with the last 2 at-bats that Harper has had, hitting the ball up the middle, this is a dangerous time to face him 3rd time around.
Takes ball 1. Schwellenbach has not allowed a Philadelphia Philly to reach second base tonight. Good swing on one right up in the zone at 95.
Tremendous confidence from
Running 1 to
Snitker,
count.
his young starter. Nobody even moving in the Atlanta bullpen right now.
I think Eduardo asked him about pitching in big games when we met with Snitker before the game. You guys remember that look on Snitker's face at the idea of him pitching in a big game in October, pitching here in Philadelphia? And he's like, yeah, he's fine. He's okay. He's not worried about it at all. The total confidence, as you said, Coney.
Harper flew out to center, and he's got a single. Schwellenbach ready to throw, pitch 78.
Ball 1.
Remember, too, his last start, he doesn't seem to lose any velocity
Ball 2.
as the game wears on.
2-2 count.
Been a steady diet of ground balls, only 2 strikeouts. And Harper serves one towards
That's going to
the
be out.
It's gonna
That's
get
going to drop in. Fair ball.
It's to second, Turner to third, and the Phillies are in business on a Harper double down the left field line.
This is who Bryce Harper has been this year with 2 strikes. The slugging .437 coming into this game. Talked about staying middle the other way. Keeps that bat head in the zone long enough to fillet it to left field. and move Turner to third, and he gets himself in scoring position for Castellanos.
He just kind of, you talked about tennis, he just kind of served like a backhand out there with some back spin on it.
Talked a little bit of college football with us, and since he's 2 for 2.
Really the first time all night that the Phillies fans have had a reason offensively to get off their seats and cheer. It's been a series-long struggle with runners in scoring position. They are 2 for 18. And an interesting guy coming to the plate here in Castellanos, who was asked recently about his approach, and he said, well, I look for the baseball and I swing as hard as I can.
Usually from the first pitch on.
First time activity in the Braves bullpen. Lee is up, Johnson is up. Schwellenbach delivers. Right down Broadway there to Nick Castellanos.
Just shows you the guts.
0-1 to Castellanos.
Last time up, Castellanos.
0-1 to Castellanos.
Now you got a minute scoring position right down the middle, 95.
Behind 0-1, does he swing here? He holds.
It don't matter if it's swung, it was a strike, baby.
A slider top of the zone.
Moscoso calling it right on the letters. Good call. Stays in that strike zone.
He's seen more breaking pitches than anybody, Castellanos. He sends one to left center. Nick Castellanos is tied.
That's gonna score.
He heads to second base.
Tie game.
He's in there. Back-to-back doubles. And the bank is rocking as we are tied at 2.
Too good of a pitch, Coney?
Yes. That's the one mistake this inning that he's really made, right there on the 0-2 pitch. Harper was way out in front of the curveball. Turner hit the cutter off the end of the bat, broke his bat. This is the pitch he's going to think about tonight when he puts his head on the pillow.
Ryan Snitker coming out to make the change.
All with 2 outs. 5 pitches, he had 2 outs. The next 11 pitches been painful.
How quickly things have changed here for Schwellenbach and the Braves. Nick Castellanos, 2 strikes, he delivers as he hits a slider into left, and it's a brand new ball game on Sunday Night Baseball.
So we're gonna have a pitcher change for the Atlanta Braves. Hey, thank you so much for that sub. I certainly appreciate it. Let me get that updated here. Oh, yeah, they did. They pulled him, David.
Dylan Lee's first pitch. How about Stotwell with a sneak attack, trying to bunt it with the third baseman Urshela playing back, but he fouled it off. Phillies get 3 consecutive hits, a single from Turner in front of Soler, Harper, and Castellanos doubles to tie this game up at 2. Swing and a miss. One concern that the Braves might have with Schwellenbach, his OPS with 2 outs is just shy of 800. And now 16 of 31 hits with 2 outs that he's given up have been extra base hits. 0-2. Stott, Sword, he's gone as Lee came in and quickly dispensed of him.
As the big boys of the Philadelphia Phillies coming through 3rd time around, they are absolutely lethal. 0-2 pitch. Castellanos with a big double to tie this ball game at 2. The bank is awake.
If you have ugly yellow toe fungus, let me tell you about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. It's called Crystal Flush. It works from the inside and the outside. I mean, he tried everything. Nothing helped. His toes were nasty. Crystal Flush is the only thing that's worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. And you can try it risk-free. You have nothing to lose. Go check it out now. Go to crystalflush.com.
The future. The way you see it is said to depend on where you sit. At X-Chair, we think it also gets down to how you sit, which is why our technology is light years ahead. With our groundbreaking Elemax technology, bringing hot, cold, and touch into one extraordinary seating experience. At X-Chair, we've got our eye on the future of work, so you can focus on the present. X-Chair puts in the work so you don't have to. Celebrate Labor Day with up to $400 off, including free Elemax. Sale ends September 16th.
Cricket has free Samsung Galaxy phones. Whoa! Free phones, fast 5G, and nationwide coverage.
Pretty good deal.
Smile, you're on Cricket.
Why take less when you can get a beefy 5-layer burrito, a chalupa supreme, a double stacked taco, and a drink for just $7? It's Lux for less. Introducing the $7 Lux Cravings Box, only at Taco Bell.
Look what I've just made. The perfect pearl.
Not too bad, but check this out.
Whoa, a true Venus clam.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Some families share DNA.
Wait, which husband?
Others, an incredible sense of style.
Where's your highlighter?
Kohl's, where families come first.
U.S. Open round of 16 continues tomorrow morning. Join everybody at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Jess Pegula will be seen at noon Eastern Time. 5th seeded Daniel Medvedev in Arthur Ashe Stadium, former U.S. Open winner. 4 hours primetime coverage. ESPN2 starts at 7 Eastern Time. Every point, every single point of the Open streams live on the ESPN app. Here is Orion Kirkering, hard-throwing righty, burst onto the scene and has really kind of found himself again this year. As Rob Thompson talks about his leverage guys, this is one he does trust. He faces Whit Merrifield and he buzzes the tower a little bit with that high velocity.
All right, Merrifield 0 for 2 today. He's now 3-0 in the count.
Some pretty interesting,
Top of the 7th.
interactions between
Tie
Merrifield
game.
and his former Philadelphia Philly teammates, as quick as it was.
And he told me he really loved playing with the Phillies. He draws a walk
All
there.
4.
He told me that when he first joined the Braves and the Phillies went to Atlanta, he knew Zach Wheeler's favorite restaurant served buckets of chicken. And so he ordered him one, and it was delivered to Wheeler before that happened, guys. He took a bite out of every piece of chicken in the bucket. I thought that was classic baseball player humor, but Coney and Ward, you can speak to that better than I can.
Coney's nodding his head like, oh, yeah. Yep.
Saw Burt Blyleven do that to every donut in the clubhouse on a Sunday before the game.
Didn't Sparky Lyles used to sit on cakes delivered into the clubhouse?
Yes, yes, he did.
That causes friction.
Yeah, yeah. There's a conceit there too at some point.
Absolutely.
Well, Kirkering not the start he wanted. He walked the leadoff man Merrifield. He's got good speed out there. 16 stolen bases, and now the righty deals with Kelnick. Big swing.
Gosh, Schwellenbach gave it up, buddy.
Miles an hour. He pitched Thursday.
How you doing,
against the
Tay-Tay?
Braves, 1 1/3
Welcome in.
scoreless innings. This is his 53rd appearance. His last 5 have all been scoreless.
Jared Kelnick's batting there, Bob.
You guys have been in this situation. They win, they're 7 games up. They lose, it's a 5-game deficit. How big is that?
Interdivision, it matters. Big time.
On the ground, Harper fields, tags the bag, now throws, and there's the tag. Double play. It's a good read for still somebody learning that position. It was right at first base.
I think we're past that already, Carl.
Yeah.
I think he's turned the corner at first base, and I think he's tired of hearing it, right? Still learning the position? No, I think he has really felt comfortable playing first base. He's embraced it. He understands it's right next to the dugout, too. But watch Whit Merrifield right here when he slides in. Second base. Trying not to get tagged, and Turner puts it on him. But Bryce Harper just
Come on,
has
Arcia.
really owned that position really well here.
Way inside. He got him with a sweeper to swing and missed the first one, and then high and tight to Arcia. You know, he's entering Gold Glove category. I mean, defensively at first base, he's made that big of an adjustment. But the footwork.
That's the part that's been really impressive.
What are you asking that blind mofo for?
Pick it up, but
He done called a guy out that had beat the pitch by 2 feet.
When Kirkering first showed up, the sweeper.
What are you asking him for?
Unhittable.
I think he's had a little wrinkle in there with this two-seam fastball.
Talk about movement on that pitch.
Yeah. That kind of action on a two-seamer coupled with a sweeper, pretty good ham and eggs right there.
Did it surprise you at all that Rob Thompson said that Estevez, who was traded from the Angels here less than a month, has really just taken over the leadership in that bullpen?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Of course, the ump says he's swung.
He throws him like pizza with a sweeper. Orion Kirkering, and the Phillies feel the momentum here on Sunday night.
An agent.
Yeah, Bob, we always get stuck with garbage umps. Damn ball will be this far outside of the box, and they'll call that a strike for the other team. If it's this far outside the box for the Braves, oh nope, that's a ball. Just craziness. I agree, David. A lot of times, you know, and it really does start to seem like it's personal against the Braves, you know. And I'm sure it's not.
It is 2-2. Here's Johnston as the next pitcher for the Atlanta Braves as we get into a battle of the bullpens. Kirkering did his job. Lee, of course, last inning just faced one batter and was terrific.
Well, it's funny, you know, they're having an off game when they pitch to us or you know, when it comes to calling all ours, but they're
around the world for the NFL.
I don't know.
Have either taken place or are going to take
This
place.
we've had him stand behind us before. So
12 guys in their fantasy football league as Real Muto steps
Pierce
in.
Johnson.
He, Marsh, and Hayes scheduled to face the righty Johnson, who's 33 years young. The first pitch up in the zone, but it's called strike one.
One of the guys not in that league, Carl, the manager, Rob Thompson.
No, or Bryce, we found out. Well, Rob dismissed
I'm
that
also 0 for
concept
2
very
today.
quickly. Real Muto
That's going
sends
to be a
an
fly
easy
ball
one
out
to
to center on
for Harris.
Michael Harris under it for out number 1.
Watch any of the Little League. You're near Lake Mary, Florida, Little League World Series team. That's up there a little closer to Orlando, isn't it?
Yeah, a little further north. But yeah, I did watch that final. Wow, what an ending too.
We've got comments from Zach Wheeler and many others on having watched this Little League World Series and just the skill level of 12-year-olds. Another one.
Bryce Harper.
Shallow. Arcia says, I got it, and he calls off Kelnick. And just like that,
Not
Johnson
Bryce.
quickly gets 2 outs.
Brandon Marsh. Sorry.
Attacking the strike zone. That's
Fly
one thing
ball
he's known
out
for.
number 2.
As a hitting coach, you have to tell your hitters, be aggressive. You don't want to get behind, especially with the bullpen arms of the Braves.
Couple of outs, 6 pitches. Here's Hayes. Missed on the corner. They brought Hayes in, of course, to be a platoon guy. For a while, Rob Thompson said, I think he's going to have success against both righties and lefties. Rojas has actually hit pretty well for them. And this ball is lifted high and fairly deep to left field. Kelnick now comes back
under it.
towards the infield.
Out number
and
3.
He makes the play. Not as close as last night on 5 pitches. Johnson gets through the Phillies. We go to the 8th.
So we are heading to the top of the 8th, tie game, 2-2. We are heading to the top of the 8th there, Bob. Jeff Hoffman will now be the pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. Outside, ball 2. No, really, D. I was choking on that damn thing. No matter how much I coughed, I kept taking a drink, and it'd start to feel better, and then boom, I'd feel it choke me again. Yeah. And then finally, about 20 minutes later, I just coughed. I coughed once and it come up and out. No matter me drinking stuff, it would not. It must have been lodged in there. I don't know. I mean, I love sunflower seeds. I love sunflower seeds. Now, you know, those had the shells on them, but the wife told me she'd buy me a bag of just the seeds. Ouch. Ouch, Bob. With the shells or without there, D?
You know, that was a long at-bat, too, so he couldn't put away Urshela.
Oh, without. Okay.
Guys, keep in mind for the Braves, one of the moves they made today, September 1st, rosters expand, is adding Eli White to their roster. Their primary reason to do that was because he is a great...
I love eating a salad, brother.
And you probably see him in situations like this as we move forward.
We go to the buffet, like around here, we don't have a whole... Oh!
This one to right. That's going to bring
oh, it's going to be short.
But the park holds it. Harris retired. Been a very eventful...
Oh, man, I thought Harris got a hold of that one all the way. But we don't really have a lot for the buffets around here. So we have what's called Pizza Ranch, where they serve pizza and chicken and like mashed potatoes and gravy and stuff like that. But they have a salad bar. And I love a salad with
that when you look at the hot zone
croutons,
right here off the sliders,
a little
expected slugging percentage.
Little
and it
red
is
bacon
right in
bits.
the
I
middle
can't
of that
remember
hot
the
zone.
name of
You
them.
just missed it too. Little on.
And then sunflower
Tomato warnings
seeds.
come up if you see that in your
Gotta
radar.
have the sunflower seeds on my
Just talked about who
salad.
they added in white. Now Luke Williams
Oh,
has
that's
gone
just
in
awesome
as a pinch
salad.
runner at first for Urshela. He's got an aggressive lead. Not going. Soler, top of the zone, strike one.
I actually did, Bob, when I was growing up. I mean, I never played anything professional, nothing like that, just high school. But in high school, wrestling and football, Bacos, yeah, that's it. I had the opportunity. I had the Iowa Hawkeye wrestling program scouting me when I was in 7th and 8th grade.
Williams does not have a steal in 2024 as he watches that one go by Soler.
But
And this one, if he does go, it's
I was a sophomore in high school. I got my
We
girlfriend
all know
pregnant.
JT Realmuto is very
And
quick.
Had a child
when it
at
comes to his
16,
top
married
time.
at 17,
Doesn't
and
throw over
didn't
the
have
top,
time for
throws
school
three
anymore.
quarters, and that way
Didn't have
gives him
time for
more
none of that
into
kind of
athletic
stuff.
position
Had to get a job, had to go to
while
work,
leaking over towards the
had a
running lane.
family to support.
The entire right side of the infield is wide open. Scott is playing basically as close as you can to behind second
Always
base.
wonder,
And Harper is
you
covering
know,
first.
if I would have went on and went to college
but I'm saying
under
even
a
if he
wrestling
squibs one over there,
scholarship, where would I?
It's open.
What would have happened in my life? But that wasn't in my stars.
1-2.
And I wouldn't change a thing, because then I wouldn't have my beautiful children. I wouldn't have my beautiful wife. I wouldn't have my beautiful grandchildren.
Part of the reason the Braves are so confident
I'm okay
to
with
get to the
the
postseason
decisions
is
I made.
what they experienced in 2021. Soler, of course, was a part of that. Foul tip. Realmuto could not hang on.
Yes, as a high school wrestler, I was a state champion all through grade school, all the tournaments, everything. Big
been
trophy
all
winner
sliders.
always.
For Horace Soler.
7th and 8th grade,
That's all he's
went to
seen.
state. I won it.
Urshela got a hit with 2 strikes.
My 9th grade, my freshman season,
Chases
went to
some
state and
cheese
won.
up top. And he's gone as Hoffman picks up a strikeout.
Well, perfectly located just above the zone. Let's see Soler underneath.
The guy the Braves want up is Marcell Ozuna. Single,
Come on,
struck
Big
out,
Bear.
threw out to center. It's a 26
Swing and a miss.
swing and miss tonight by Braves hitters.
There's just some things in life, that there's responsibilities when you do something. I created that child. It was my responsibility to take care of him.
Comes back inside.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of dads out there that don't feel that
Ozuna's
way.
done a good job
And
this year. 37
I'll
homers,
tell you, they don't know what they're
98
missing. That and if they want to run from their responsibility, they're not much of a man.
He went 40 and 100 last year. Is it a unique slider? Is there anything different about it? Because he's thrown them 95% of the time now.
Yeah, now I think he's.
I'll tell you a quick story about Maverick.
Kind of locked up Ozuna, so it had good.
This
time
is
to
why
recover.
I respect him. Well, this is one of the reasons I respect him so
Pitch
much.
number 20 of the inning. Swing and a miss.
Got him swinging.
Ozuna is gone. Leadoff man.
Out number 3, so that'll be it for the top of the 8th. We're heading to the bottom.
Bottom of the
Tie
8th
game,
coming up.
2-2. So, he gets together, and I'm not trying to talk nothing bad about his daughter's mother, but he'd tell you the same thing. When she got together with him, she had 3 kids to 3 different men. And when he told us all about that he was talking to the he knew her before, evidently, but being in the clan and everything, we all knew what we were friends. He talked about his life then. He was talking with her. She was out in California, I think, or something. And he told us all about her, and I told him, I said, well, be careful, man. You know, 3 kids to 3 different dads, that could mean that they have, you know, a problem with being faithful. And he's like, yeah, I'll be careful. He moved her out here, and then they got together, you know, and of course, they never got married, but they lived together for, several years. I'm not quite sure how many, actually. I mean, the girls grew up, they had to have been 8 or 9 at least before their mom took off. Okay, so that whole time he raised his 2 daughters on top of her other 3 kids. And then she started cheating on him and stuff later in the relationship, you know. And she ended up just taking off with a trucker. Left the kids behind, didn't care. You know, Ron was to raise them. Only she left her other 3 there too. So, and we're talking at least 3 or 4 years of the older 3 that weren't even his kids lived with him. And he took care of them. You don't find too many men that would do something like that. You know, those weren't his kids whatsoever. She wasn't even in the picture anymore. She took off and actually got married to somebody else. And he raised her kids for several years. And then they got old enough, you know, into they were starting to get to their 14 and 15 year old, and, you know, didn't want to listen, got, you know how teenage kids can be. So that's when they decided that they were going to call their dads up and, you know, go live with their dads. And that's what ended up happening. But a hell of a man to take care of somebody else's kids like that and show them the love and respect that those kids deserve. So I respect him a lot for that.
So happy belated 1-day birthday to Andy Jacobson. And here in Philadelphia, a happy 75th birthday to Gary Maddox.
I grew up with an abusive stepmother.
Where, of course, Ralph Kiner once muttered 2/3 of the world are covered by ocean and the other third by Gary Maddox.
That was Ralph Kiner?
Yes.
The great Ralph Kiner.
The great Ralph Kiner. Eli White goes out into right field. Williams stays at third base. And Jimenez deals to Clemens, and he gets him with a filthy slider. Cody Clemens is gone. And you can see how these 2 teams will succeed in close games or protecting close leads.
Really, how you doing, my
They
friend?
can take the ball out of play with pitches like that.
Yes. Back to the top, Schwarber. He did single. His homerless drought continues. He did get a hit. He'd been 1 for his previous 23. And he swings at 96 and misses it. All told, 121 homers with the Phillies, 100 of them from the leadoff spot.
Billy says George automatic out Solar.
This one looks like it's going to drift out of play and into the seats, and it will.
All right, so we got Schwarber, who's 1 for 3 on the night. He's now 1 and 2 in the count. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out. No runners on. Tie score, 2-2.
Perceived to sort of be a down year, 30 homers. Swing and a miss. There's nasty slider.
I'm sorry to hear that,
Jimenez.
David. That's exactly what I'm talking about, my friend. You know, fathers that aren't fathers. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Here's Turner, your turn. The Atlanta Pen, 6 outs on 16 pitches tonight.
I'm a child of divorce,
Exactly
so
where we were right here in the 6th inning when they
my
scored
dad,
2 runs. Turner on, 2 outs.
he was in our lives, you know, summertime.
And a 1-1 count.
I guess he tried to be the best dad he
Tony, as
could.
a pitcher, you must get
There's always that feeling, you know, that they could have done better, but
Hoffman and how different his slider is.
Yes.
A big time bite down and away.
Different shapes, velocities.
but my father passed away.
It's really where pitchers over
Unfortunately
the last 10
passed
years
away
have
when
been
we
ahead
weren't
of the curve
talking.
on hitters. Using the
Over
new technology,
stupidness.
being able to use the high-speed cameras, spin rates, tweaking, seam shifted wake, seam orientation. Pitchers are ahead of the curve.
Oh, man, was that
Got
a
him.
performance by Jimenez.
Out number 3.
Slider,
That's
slider.
it for the 8th inning. We're heading to the 9th. Tie score
Good
2-2.
afternoon. Good.
Remember, everybody, get your chat votes in. I'm going to be pulling that down. Be sure to head on over to the community page and get your votes and stuff in there too. I know it's all for fun right now because there's no chance of the Golden Broom and there's no chance of the chat vote because we've already gotten it wrong. But all the interacting helps with the channel. It gets the algorithm to push the content more for us. So if you don't mind, head on over there and do your due diligence there as well. I certainly appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and pull this down. All right, thank you to everybody that participated. We had 25 chat votes. Chat poll votes. I'll get it right. 80% of you thought the Braves are going to win, while 20% of the Philadelphia fans say, nope, our team's going to win. Then over on the channel, give me a second here. Give a refresh. We had a whopping 47 votes over on the channel. 68% voted that the Atlanta Braves are going to pull out the win, while 32% of Phillies fans said, nope, our team's going to win this one. So thank you, everybody, for participating that has. So 47, and what we have over here, 25. So we had 65, 72 votes all together. And yesterday we had 117 votes, I believe, between the two. So great interacting.
Great game. Learn more, including how to find a league near you. Go to playball.org and follow at Playball on X, Facebook, and Instagram. Now the bullpens have flexed their muscles. Suit up this season. MLBshop.com, the largest selection of jerseys, caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and
Looks
more.
like Bryce Harper has a young lady fan in the stands.
Left on left, Matt Strom.
Looks like she could draw because that looked like it. That was hand drawn, and it looked a lot like it. So that young lady's talented.
He's been
or
so
whoever
good
she got to
against
do it,
lefties.
they're talented.
Olsen stays in, doesn't try to do too much. Strom, who pitches against lefties from the first base side of the rubber. Matt Olson doesn't allow him to get ahead. Jumps all over that first pitch.
Yep, first pitch fastball.
Third inning in a row, living dangerously for the Phillies, that the leadoff man has been aboard. Strom misses high to d'Arnaud. D'Arnaud's had a habit of coming up with some timely hits for Atlanta since he's put on that uniform.
They'll
over
take
the
the
years.
series 3 games to 1.
Many of them
if
have
they
gone
win it.
the other way. Right field. Again, Harper holding on the runner, and he swings and misses, going for it.
Big Bear. I guess it's a nickname that, like a lot of the announcers have given him. Big Bear with a little Big Bear with a big fly. when he'd hit a home run.
One is down. Strom, last pitch Thursday night. Scoreless 8th inning. On the 30th of July.
I'm sorry, I didn't see you ask me that question, Bob.
Since then, just one
oh,
run in 10
you
and
did ask
2/3.
that. Okay. My apologies, my friend. I didn't see that.
Darnell sky high and playable.
Darnell going to go out to... look at Brandon Marsh coming over.
Marsh makes it.
Get out of there, man. That's left field. What the hell are you doing out of center field? He came clear over it and stole the dude's catch.
Quite a story how Matt Strom.
What an ego on
has
this
evolved
guy.
And become this guy. For years with the Red Sox.
Yeah. As you can tell,
And now a
I just like
dependable reliever on a championship caliber team. Opportunity for the guy
okay,
that was let
D.
go
Yeah,
by
I
the
thought
Phillies
I
with
thought they
Merritt.
said he'd had it for a while.
Well, his
Last season I called him the bum
A low walk rate really plays.
because
kind of the secret to Matt Strom.
for a while there he was really stinking the place up, so I called him Bung, short for bunghole. So when he was in the crapper playing like crap, I called him Bung.
Third in that category this year is Matt Strom in the NL.
Well, this year with how well he's played, he earned his way out of the bunghole stop. So now he's Big Bear.
Braves have won 6 straight NL East titles, and that clearly is in jeopardy this year against this team, the Phillies, as he swing and a miss on an 82-mile-an-hour slider. Rob Thompson,
Come on, guys.
He kind of gave us his priorities. We got to get in the postseason first, which it feels like they're going to. But when you talk about worrying about home field, he recognized we are a way better team, and this is a significant advantage.
It's got my nose
being in front
ice
of
cold,
these
my
fans.
ears ice cold.
It's a great point, Carl. These fans and this team in this ballpark right now, all you have to do is look around this place.
Yeah.
And coming off the disappointment of the 2023 playoffs,
Uh-oh.
it looked like halfway through, like they were the favorite to win the World Series.
Oh, come on.
The identification.
Bit of run back on the 4th inning, gave the Braves. He's been a hot hitter lately. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Facing the lefty Strom on the first pitch. Missed high. Went cutter upstairs. Laureano has 2 base hits in the series, including a single last night.
Yeah,
Steadies
sorry
the
guys,
bat,
hold on
waiting
here.
on the southpaw. And the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Got a good cut at a fastball, but missed it. For Laureano, over his last 23 games, he's made 22 starts, and he's hitting .333 in that span with 11 RBIs. And now, in a crucial moment, Braves need.
Laureano, who was with the Guardians, of course, a long time with the A's.
Yeah. For some reason I'm having problems here. We're in the top of the 9th.
Selected by the Braves on
Runners on first and second, 1 out. Laureano with a 1-1 count.
His last 23 games, he's hitting .330.
All right, sorry about that, everybody. Looks like I had an internet issue. I do apologize about that. I will get this back up and working for you as soon as I can.
Middle. Down and in slider could be the pitch right here. On the 7th pitch of this at-bat.
He's 0 for 10 as a pinch hitter this season, Laureano.
Non-competitive
pitch there from Strom. Arcia on deck. This will be the 8th pitch of this at-bat. Try to bury a slider, get a roll over ground ball to the left side. Let's see.
All 4. That's going to walk the bases full. The bases are juiced.
Very un-Strom-like this year. We talked about his walk rate being so low. Just having trouble finding a put-away pitch here. The last couple of hitters.
Come on, boys. 1 out. We have 1 out.
Good time for a visit. Slow things
Let's
down.
go.
Yeah, Gotham comes out. You can see the bullpen was empty. Some stirring up there now. The series.
Oh, I see that. I see my games now ahead of the.
And then there was the.
Okay, it's ahead of the.
Twice.
Interactive now.
Thursday they blew it. Friday, no doubt about it, thanks to Orlando Arcia. Exit stage left, exit stage left again. His 2 home runs helped Atlanta win that. Yesterday the Phillies come back. Now they're trying to take it 3 out of 4, but a dangerous spot here for Strom with the bases loaded.
And Arcia loves the pressure situations.
The Phillies infield all in.
All right, so it should be Arcia up to bat. It still says Laureano. I might have to see if that's stuck.
Up a little bit on the velo there.
He can get a ball in the air. 7 sacrifice flies from Arcia this year.
Harper backs up, and now there are 2 down.
Yeah, I think this is wrong.
Up above the zone. Going for the strike.
Luke Williams, who has appeared now 15 times since being recalled. Strike 1 to Williams. He is batting in the 9th spot for Urshela. Can Strom get out of a bases loaded 1 out situation now with 2 down? And he is a strike away from getting the Phillies back up in a tie game.
You guys sure banks aren't open on Labor Day weekend?
They're open late this Sunday night. Again, working ahead 0-2. Williams stays alive.
Foul ball.
This one is to center field. Should be playable. But
Shallow center to Brandon Marsh. Caught out number 3. Are you kidding? Why would you be trying to hit it off the outfield? ABC ball.
And we will head to the bottom of the 9th.
Man, a freaking base hit would have brought us in too.
And Stott due up.
is for the way you look.
I don't understand Snit's style of coaching at all. Why would you tell your guy to go out there and swing away? That makes no sense. Yes, they can. Oh, did ya? Yeah. You know, I'll be honest. I want the Braves to win every game. But unfortunately, we're not this season. And I don't know if I would have put money
Bryce
down.
Harper steps to the plate to lead off the bottom of the ninth.
I'm not confident enough in their gameplay this year to put any money on them.
Just 2 home runs in 54
They've been
innings.
way too
But
inconsistent.
PER has had some great numbers against him over his career. And we are set. Oof. Swing to the first one, and why is he so eager to swing against Iglesias? His numbers are terrific. 7 for 11, 4 home runs.
Iglesias knows too. Threw him that first pitch slider.
And then the changeup.
Going right to work on Bryce Harper. Believe me, pitchers know exactly who owns them and who doesn't.
Harper's got 15 career walk-off plate appearances, 6 of them home runs. On a 1-2.
Oh!
2-2.
That one got away from him.
2 non-competitive.
Come on, Iglesias. We don't need to be putting anybody on the base.
Be very surprised if you see another fastball.
Iglesias is pitching. Started out 0-2 and dropped the last 3 balls. 3-2 count.
It was 0-2. Most of the people here at Citizens Bank are on their feet.
All 4.
And Harper, after being down 0-2, draws the leadoff walk.
So the Braves outfielders have to take a couple steps back now. Even with no outs, runner at first base, you cannot allow any gapper to have Harper score. The only man that's not moved back is Michael Harris II.
Oh boy, Castellanos, that's a slider way outside that he swung at. Just set the outfield for you now. Laureano is in right with a phenomenal arm, and Eli White has moved into left field. Another one way outside
Foul ball.
the zone that he swings at, and it's
0-2 count.
again. When healthy, 2 of the better bullpens in the game, and tonight they have certainly shown it. All three of those way outside, and Castellanos was fooled on all of them.
Excellent shape on this slider. And a sword to boot.
Next up, Stott. Plenty of room again in right center. He fouls off the first one. You've seen that slider away from righties into lefties, and then that changeup that moves away.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, a true three-pitch pitcher.
Yep.
Stott here is 0 for 2 today. Foul ball.
All Iglesias has done since he came over to Atlanta is threw up some of the best numbers of any reliever in the game. He's got a 1.72 ERA since he became a
0-2 to
Brave.
count.
And that's first in the major leagues compared to any other pitcher with the same amount of appearances.
All three batters he's faced, including Harper, started 0-2. Slow roller to second.
There's one.
Hard, and they're not going to have a
Can't
chance to
get the
double
second.
stop.
You know,
Cut down
that's
Harper
bullshit.
at second base.
He came in there sliding
Now
so
with
the
2 outs,
second
and you have
baseman
Bryson Stott,
couldn't
who has
throw the
good
ball.
Speed at first base. Iglesias is going to have to change his looks, be able to change the times as well. Get set early so the clock isn't.
That's right. We got Bryce Harper off of there.
2 outs. This is where you just have to move that outfield really deep.
Harper,
Cannot
such a
allow
dirty
Stott to
player.
Score from first with 2 outs.
It's JT Realmuto. Swing and a miss, and again a slider that clearly must look like it's a strike out of his hand because none of them have ended up in the strike zone.
Just has a lot of conviction behind his pitches.
Stott goes, swing and a miss, throw down on a hop. He has stolen second base. Stott's 29th stolen base of the year.
Same timing as the first pitch. Got in, set, never mixed him, and Stott was able to get a really good jump. Short leg kick, yet non-competitive at all at second.
Realmuto, 5 career walk-off RBIs, 2 home runs. And you can just see there has been no hard contact. Off-balance swings, out of strike zone pitches.
Eduardo, what you doing with the outfielders now?
You have to bring them in, and look, you have a really good arm.
That's your opinion, my friend.
Is it going to be accurate enough?
That's just your opinion.
Good speed and a good secondary by Stott at second.
When you see him come sliding in with these cleats up, that's dirty, man. Go watch the replay. He comes sliding in with these cleats up.
Ready for the changeup and or the slider. Let's see what Iglesias goes with. He went with a fastball.
Drop down a little bit more on that one.
Yeah, he changes
All
his
my,
arm angle.
just my opinion.
A sinker and a four-seamer that kind of have a little upshoot action to it. A lower release point.
Bat goes flying. Realmuto swings and misses. That will end the inning. The bullpen.
That's going to be out number 3.
Lockdown.
We're going to extras.
Johnson, Jimenez, and Iglesias. The only thing flying after that was the bat. Extra innings coming up with a runner at second base.
In every generation, there are those who question the status quo. Questions like, why can't chicken be slow roasted? Why can't I have shredded purple cabbage? Why can't my quesadilla have cheese inside and out? And where's my avocado verde salsa?
Hey,
the
baseball.
new era of chicken is here to stay. The Cantina Chicken Menu. Only at Taco Bell.
Bookstores. I read that one. I read that one. I read that. I didn't read that one. I didn't read
Oh,
that.
Bob, don't feel you had to.
Because I left
You didn't
my
have to
wallet
retract what
way
you said,
in my
man.
back pocket. My pleasure, because I earn unlimited 2% cash back.
Your opinion's your opinion, man.
Wow, this is fascinating. Did you know
That's
whales
how
and
you feel,
barnacles
that's
have
how
a
you feel.
parasitic relationship? Oh, I know about parasitic relationships. Let's go, Barnacle. Off you go.
Unlimited 2% cash back. The Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card.
Nicole and Matt Barry standing by Sports Center right after this star of the game from this one. We'll join them live. Tour Championship winner Scotty Scheffler's going to join the show. Scheffler today had a shank out of the bunker, and everybody got up in arms like, oh my gosh, he's blown a 7-shot lead. It's down to 2. What do they do the next 2 holes?
Let's
birdie,
go.
birdie. He wins again. NFL season's 4 days away. Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. They talk about their matchup. They can talk about fantasy football, given they are 2 outstanding quarterbacks. Sports Center is right
here.
We
go.
Money on ESPN and the app after this one. So Hoffman has closer stuff, but Stevis has been the guy, and he's on the mound now as we begin the 10th inning of a 2-2 ball game. Well, the hero really last night with just the catch that he made, Michael Harris over the wall, uses the wall to step up and leap, and then does the balancing act, and then after taking one away last night, delivered a big shot here to get him on top early in this one. Harris will lead off this inning.
Come on, Money Mike.
Williams, the base runner, at second, and Esteves first pitch, and that one is popped up. Shallow left.
Shallow left.
Turner's calling everyone off.
Turner has it. Out number 1.
No, I got it. Tossed to Hayes. Eli White will not bat. Adam Duvall instead will take his place now at the plate.
Esteves coming off of probably his best outing last night as a member of the Phillies.
Albies
Thompson mentioned that we finally saw his A game.
should be here in the first week or 2 of September.
35-year-old Adam Duvall in. Esteves looks back the runner and throws the first pitch strike down and in with a slider.
Down the bottom.
Yeah, they said within the first couple weeks of September was the last I'd heard.
Atlanta changes the eye level and now goes up 0-2. Former Angel has fit in perfectly with what Philadelphia needed and what he's been able to do.
If you guys remember at the trade deadline, the perception in the industry was that the Phillies paid a high price. But what I heard is in the room when they were considering the trade, Dave Dombrowski basically said to the room, look, I'm not going to leave myself a reliever short.
It was good. What a pickup with the presence that he has in that clubhouse. Spent some time with him in Rojas in the clubhouse, and I'm telling you, he has that personality.
There is the guy that brought him in here, David Dombrowski. 1-2. Swing and a miss. 99 miles an hour. Hello.
Not only 99, but in a perfect location.
There's something to be said about guys that come up through the Colorado organization, and if they find success there at the big league level, everything else has to be a lot easier, right? Well, so far for Esteves, it's been good.
Dangerous Marcell Ozuna.
Coney, you're a pitcher in this situation. First base open, 2 outs, Ozuna at the plate, Olsen on deck. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking don't give in. That's for sure. And Rob Thompson just trusting his veteran reliever.
See, that pitch right there, the 98-mile-per-hour pitch right down the middle, he cannot go any lower with Marcell Ozuna. He is a prolific low ball hitter. Likes the ball inside as well. You have to stay up with him.
Both teams combined, you see that 5 for 42 with runners in scoring position. The 1-1 to Ozuna. On the ground, hard to short.
That'll be all 3.
Phillies will come up from the bottom of the 10th. They'll have a runner at second. Esteves does his job as he gets Ozuna to ground out. Bottom 3rd coming up for Philadelphia. We'll start with Marsh when we come back on Sunday Night Baseball.
Suki. Skule. Yeah, I know it. No, it's not. Gilbert, even if we make the playoffs, just seeing how, I mean, if we can't even pull tonight out, yeah, we got the one game on them, but they pretty much ran the show on us for all the other games. They have played very well against us, so it's going to be tough.
See if Marsh can do maybe what Harris couldn't do and just get that runner to third base.
Here we go.
He tries with a bunt, gets it down, but foul.
Yeah, this is interesting here. You have a left-handed hitter at the plate with Hayes on deck, a right-handed hitter. Bottom of the order, Cody Clemens still in the game. He's in that 9th spot. I'm actually letting him swing the bat here.
Adam Duvall stays out in left field for Atlanta. Olsen crashes, and the bunt pops straight up, but it's far back and out of play.
Eduardo, no sacrifice bunts for Marsh this year, one last year.
Well, if the thing is, he's starting in the back part of the plate, and then he's trying to move up as the pitch is coming. You have to start way out in front. You can't have that bat head behind the home plate area. Right there, it's behind it, and because of it, he drops his head.
And he is gone. Just a nasty changeup at 89. So 2 failed bunt attempts and then a strikeout. As every Philadelphia Philly that Iglesias has faced has swung at the first pitch and been behind 0-2.
After 2 failed bunt attempts, changeup right there, way out in front. Iglesias extends his scoreless streak to over 20.
You're welcome.
Austin Hayes sends this one to right field on 1 pitch. They keep swinging at the first one. And no tag from Liamuto. And look at the arm, the show-off from Laureano. Wow.
He recoils back, throws the ball, and as he throws it, instead of going forward, he goes back. That's beautifully done right there. One of the best arms in the game. Just take a look at how he gets behind this baseball right here. And when he throws it, oh yeah, you're not going anywhere.
He threw that 93 plus miles an hour.
And got rid of it quickly.
He sure did. Here's Cody Clemens. And that's ball 1. Schwarber, if they can get to him on deck.
That's the 5th pitch of this inning.
Yeah, no,
Clemens 0 for 1 today with a strikeout.
40 total pitches this bullpen. But
Ball
instead of
2.
being behind 0-2, Clemens finds himself ahead 2-0.
And you don't want to fall behind anymore on Clemens with Schwarber on deck.
That'll be strike 1.
Yeah, high quality.
Caught the edge of the corner. 1 count.
It's definitely been that type of game and that type of night. Clemens sends this one to shallow right. Coming hard. This one's got a chance to land. It is.
Oh, he caught it!
Caught, and it's foul.
Oh, not caught.
But Laureano had to run a long way, and Merrifield was there as well. But our first base umpire was right there on the foul line. It is close, but he short hopped it.
Wow. Talk about communication right there, because Merrifield does not stop until he
Yeah.
hears Laureano, and fortunately right there
It did hit the ground. Wow, that was close. It looked like it went in.
That's close.
Well, that's a foot, right? Probably less, but now Iglesias has got 2 strikes on Clemens. And that one on the ground to Olsen, and he swallows
That's
it up
going to
like
be
a
a short hopper to Olsen, who
10
steps on the
innings
back
won't do it
out
here
number
on Sunday
3.
night. We head
We're heading to the top of the 11th. Game is still tied 2-2.
Between the Braves and
Now this has been a game tonight. Yeah, like I said, unless, even if we lose this game, unless we start turning things around and getting some consistency, even if we make the playoffs, I don't see us going anywhere. Or at least anywhere too far, unless we get on track. We have got to figure some things out badly.
Eastern Standard Time, and it's the Phillies and Braves. Atlanta trails by 6. There are the Mets with 64 losses, just 2 games behind the Braves. And not seen, at least in the wild card race, the Chicago Cubs. Object in the rearview mirror.
That's right. I got faith. Rubbing the hat.
Chicago has ripped off
rubbing the genie.
half dozen in a row to get back in this race. But tonight it's about the Phillies and the Braves.
All right,
Atlanta
Genie.
Like
I wish we had a win.
He's the only guy left. You assume Ozuna's going to go out to second base to run, and he's got the mitts on, and he's heading out there to second to face a chance to be a go-ahead run. Race for the postseason is on. Stream every out-of-market MLB game now available for $29.99. Blackout other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
It looks like Marcelo.
Really, we're going to see Big Bear out running? Really?
Pull it out of the oven. Both hands, not one but 2. You do know what a sancocho is, right, Carl? A stew?
I thought it was going to be a turkey. No, I didn't know.
A stew.
Well, he is out there at second, and Olsen swings at the first one. Harper, nice play, and Esteves is there, but they do get the
all right.
third.
Big Bear gets a third.
Could do
so we're 90 feet away.
Marsh or Harris, Olsen does the job.
It's a great
no,
job
he got Matt Olsen is out at first, but Big Bear is over to third.
You can maybe trade places with him, but you have to do it to the pull side. This forces the infield now to play in. And with a hitter like Darno, who does really well hitting the ball the other way in the air.
Yeah, and contact. Not there, and that one misses inside. 1-0. Ozuna go ahead run at third base. He started on second base. Of course, extra innings. We're in the 11th of a 2-2 game. See Darno trying to elevate.
What's that line?
In. Castellanos, Marsh, and Hayes are in the outfield for Philadelphia.
Yes, ma'am.
Not a lot of speed.
No.
At third.
1-1 count to Travis Darnod.
Esteves looking
One out.
for a strikeout. No, 2-1.
Gonna be outside for ball 2. Damn game. Having an issue again, guys. Can't believe this.
Need a clutch base hit right here. Merrifield is due as he is 1 for 16 in the series. Estevez brings the 1-0. In the dirt, rolls by the catcher El Muto, but only gets about 7-8 feet away from him. Ozuna holds, 2 balls, no strikes.
And this would be the perfect spot for Witt to get his revenge on the team that released him earlier this season. This would be one they would not forget.
That pitch is not designed for a ground ball. A high four-seamer that d'Arnaud gets on top of. Beats it down into the ground. Ozuna's going nowhere.
D'Arnaud hits a grounder over to third for out number 2. Damn game.
Big right-hander Estevez set right at the belt. 2-0 pitch. Check swing tapper foul. There's a slider right at the bottom of the zone, barely made contact with.
Situation he's in, how he got here, the team that he's currently playing against.
Merrifield had that 5 for 5 night in Minnesota a few nights back. Just looking for one right here. Here comes the 2-1.
Foul ball.
Fouled back. Got a slider in under the hands, right on the inside corner. Fans rise to their feet. Ozuna takes a lead at third, looking for a lift home. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch on the way from Estevez to Merrifield. Check swing, he did go. Vic Carapazza had the decision in his hands. He's the first base umpire.
Out number 3.
And he rings up Merrifield. And for the second inning, the Braves leave a man in scoring position. Merrifield can't believe it. We go to the bottom of the 11th inning, still tied at 2.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Hello, I'm a Phantom tire buyer with a super identity.
Merrifield gone. Estevez gets the job done for the second consecutive inning.
All right, looks like this is going to be working again.
Borderline at best.
Yeah,
Braves
sorry
got
about
a little
this,
bit of a
guys.
beat.
Real Muto, yes. Estevez, yes. Top of the order.
He didn't swing, but yet they called it a swing. Of course, screw us. Just continues to happen. Sorry about the dog, guys.
Made for me. Go to bowls and barrels. Now I'm gonna go switch clothes and go to bed.
Monday night and a terrific ball game. The bullpens have shined for both teams, but the bank is very, very loud right now. Aaron Bummer next up for the Atlanta Braves. He follows what has been phenomenal performances from Lee, Johnson, and Jimenez and Iglesias.
I looked to see if they had the cards.
This will be his 47th game. He does not give up a lot of hard contact. In fact, the 10th of August, his first barrel this season. He's still the only pitcher in baseball with at least 150 batters faced and 1 or fewer barrels allowed. That's the
wife.
That's
She wanted to give me a kiss, but she went over if I was on
Phillies
camera.
have dealt with 2 for 28.
She's camera shy.
Schwarber done a
Come
lot
on,
better
Braves, let's
against
do this.
left-handed pitching than right-handed pitching this year by a lot.
Cody Clemens is your winning run at second. Schwarber lines one to Harris.
Out to Buddy Mike.
And no chance to advance. And that was smoked. 110 miles an hour, almost 111 off the bat of Schwarber.
Yeah, he's going back into the dugout saying 110 has to be able to land somewhere. But watch that center fielder. Doesn't have to move much, and that's Michael Harris the second.
And that got out there in a hurry, didn't it?
It did.
It did, and the batting average on balls that are hit 110 plus is 775, so I can see why he'd say that. No swing from Turner.
Welcome in, Kenneth. Doing good.
Merrifield right now staring at Carapazza. Going, really?
Remember, terrific arm in right field. And another one buried down and in from Bummer.
Tell you what, I don't think he's going to give in here. You got Harper lefty on deck and then Castellanos. But you cannot give in on a 2-0 pitch to Turner.
Spins one again low. It's 3 balls, no strikes. The Phillies are 46 and 25 at home. Their run differential is plus 84.
Fight.
3-1.
93-mile-an-hour sinker.
There are 3 games
3-1 count.
500 on the road.
All 4.
It'll set the stage for Bryce Harper.
Oh, of course, dumber bummer.
You think
there you go.
Trey Turner to get to Bryce
That
Harper.
explains it all.
I think after he got to a 2-0 count, there was no need to have to give in to Trey Turner. If you wanted him to chase, so be it.
I don't know. This guy's been up and down when it comes to helping the team.
Harper on the ground. Field of the go-to. Second for 1. No, they do not get the double play. Merrifield was late getting there. On the throw,
I think you need to review that.
Got it and threw it. Merrifield was able to tag the bag, but the throw to first not in time.
That's a lack of communication right there because Merrifield is way over on the second base side. So by the time he gets there, Arcia is thinking, I might have to be the one taking that throw. Instead throws it in between. Merrifield still had enough time to be able to get a good throw.
Oh, I think he got him.
From our angle, it didn't come close that Olsen tagged Harper at first.
No.
What's with Merrifield?
Yeah, it looked like Olsen's face told you the whole story. He would have probably sold that a lot harder than he did.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is safe. Atlanta loses their challenge.
I think that challenge was to give the arms a little bit more time to get ready.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go to Holmes to take Bummer out to deal with Castellanos, who in his last at-bat didn't look good against the sliders that he saw.
Later, dumber bummer.
With a chance against
Oh, it's pretty boy.
Here, as we have 2 outs in the bottom of the 11th
Wants a mustache ride.
So the question is, the right-hander, Holmes, who brings with him a 2.70 ERA. They feel better about him than the lefty against Castellanos.
Well, it was a situation where Castellanos will expand out of the zone.
Yeah, I do believe we play the Rockies next. Yep.
Bummer could have easily pitched around him as well, try to make it uncomfortable, especially with Stott on deck, a lefty, but then you load the bases and you put the pressure on Bummer.
Pitching will be
right there. This is the third time tonight that Merrifield has been late covering second.
I don't remember his name.
Where he was to be able to get to second base.
Grant Holmes. Grant Holmes will be pitching.
If you do, that's going to cause some problems right there, but it was clear he did not tag Harper.
No, because Merrifield was looking at butterflies. Who knows what he was looking at?
Castellanos has done that a lot with home runs. He obviously doesn't need a home run here, but he's got a pretty good history. In fact, his 12th career go-ahead homer in the 7th inning or later on Thursday. But they have not had a hit, the Phillies, since Castellanos' 2-run double. that was in the 6th inning. Again, you saw the numbers there on this bullpen so far tonight. With 5 2/3, they haven't given up a run. But here we go with Castellanos and Grant Holmes. 95 at the top of the zone to Castellanos. Harper moves down to second base, but it's Clemens at third base.
Now this is where it gets interesting, because with 2 strikes, you want to throw one in the dirt, make him chase. But Darno and a lot of the catchers in the league now, with that knee down, you can block if it's right in front of you. But anything to the side,
yes,
you see
ma'am.
a lot of wild pitches.
He took the dumber bummer out just as fast as he put him in.
He's had some success against them. A steady diet of off speed. He's had to make an adjustment. See how much better he has been on the first 2 pitches of a plate appearance versus those that come after. He sends one up the middle, and Nick Castellanos
That's game.
walks it off. The Phillies come from behind 2-0 and win it in 11, 3-2.
Three of Nick Castellanos' RBI tonight.
That's game.
With 2 strikes. With runners in scoring position, second and third, he comes through once again.
And
definitely,
again,
congratulations to the Phillies.
A sweeper.
They've taken it 3-1.
You see so many breaking pitches, and Castellanos sent it back up the middle. Looks like it may have been a 4-seam fastball that he actually hit. But Castellanos delivers a 2-strike, 2-out game winner as Clemens touches home, and the Phillies take 3 or 4 from the Braves and move them 7 games ahead of Atlanta.
0-2 pitch, fastball right there. You had a couple pitches to work with. Well, obviously, he's not trying to throw it there. He's probably trying to go up the ladder, but left it in the zone. Castellanos is always ready for a fastball.
That was a very good game.
On time for sure.
Hey, we had 11 innings of great baseball.
For the Philadelphia Phillies.
Big moments. The month of September. All you Cubby fans, remember what Castellanos did that year for you. It's that time.
They never left. They never leave here in Philadelphia until it's over. And the Phillies trail this game 2-zip. Castellanos was in the middle of the comeback in the 6th, and he wins it in the 11th. Finally, the bullpen.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Well-pitched game.
The Philadelphia Phillies have won the game 3-2, and most importantly, have taken the series 3-1 from the Atlanta Braves. All right, so there you have it. Now, my future streams, guys. Today's the 1st, so I might stream tomorrow if there's even a game. I'm not sure if we have a day off before we hit the Rockies or not. Amy. Sorry about that, guys. I had to wait for the webpage to pull up. Okay, we do have tomorrow off. So, I have doctor appointments the 3rd and the 4th. So most likely I won't be streaming those days. Possibly. I mean, it's possible. You'll just have to keep an eye out on the channel. That'll let you know for sure. Yeah, I guess if it's not too long where I'm so tired out, then I'll try getting a stream in. So anyways, with that said, after the 4th, I'm done with doctor appointments for a little while. And I will try to get something up for a stream schedule for the remainder of what we got left in the season. Okay, so let's do a last time once over and all right. So we got a couple subs tonight. I certainly appreciate that. And it looks like we just barely missed that 20 like. We got 19 likes for the night. Thank you, Laney, for that $20 super chat, or sticker, I think it was. Certainly appreciate that very much. Possibly there, Kenneth. I can't promise you anything. He's supposed to stream tonight and blew it off, so. But it is what it is, right? I picked it up and I did it for him. All right, guys. So, with that said, if I'm not gone too late and I feel okay, I'll do the Rocky streams. But most likely the 3rd and the 4th, I'll probably be taking those days off, dealing with the doctor stuff, and then being able to hit it after that with feet running. So with that said, guys and gals, thank you for all the likes and subscribes, and most importantly, thank you for just stopping in and interacting and supporting the channel. That's one of the best things you can do for me. I certainly appreciate it all. Until the next time, guys, this is KGB for the C Sports Network and the Clan HBS channel. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you, everybody. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Sunday evening. Later on.